Chapter 1400. Lin Xian's words stunned them for a moment. You don't know how to speak at all. You're so unpredictable. Can't you tell that it's just a compliment? How are you going to thank me? However, it did seem like they had to thank him. Otherwise, they would be heartless. However, of course we have to thank you. I hope you can come visit the Sima family after this. That's your thanks. Lin Xian smiled. Little brother, you did save our lives. However, we used other things to exchange for the antidote pills. The Sima family even used a divine weapon to exchange for it. We're even now, right? Sima Lian said with a smile. Whatever. Lin Xian shrugged. May I know who you are, little friend? Why are there so many detoxification pills that can cure this poison? Venerable Chong Yun asked. I just refined them. What? They were shocked when they heard Lin Xian's words. You didn't refine them just after you left, did you? Otherwise, why would I take out more than 100 pills at once? Why would I carry more than 100 of these antidote pills with me? Everyone was shocked. That seemed to be the case. This kid has such powerful medical skills at such a young age? He can even refine antidote pills that the Sima family can't refine? It's unimaginable. However, that wasn't important now. What was important was the 10,000 demonic lightning in the sky. Everyone had various plans and schemes in their minds. After a long time, the demon-eyed devil tiger is dead and the poisonous fog has dispersed. What's left is the ownership of the 10,000 demonic lightning. The Sima family contributed the most this time. At the same time, the 10,000 demonic lightning was discovered by the Sima family. Therefore, it shouldn't be a problem for the 10,000 demonic lightning to fall into the hands of the Sima family, right? Sima Lian glanced at the crowd and said, the Sima family was definitely in the top 3 among the dozens of forces here. He had the right to say that. Lin Xian stood there and watched the show. They were fighting side by side a second ago, but they were turning against each other in the next second. It couldn't be helped. The 10,000 demonic lightning was too tempting. Moreover, that was human nature. Venerable Chong Yun smiled and said, Patriarch Sima, don't you think that's a little inappropriate? My Chongyun Mountain has long since discovered this myriad demonic lightning. According to what you're saying, shouldn't my Long Cloud Mountain take the 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning? Venerable Chong Yun, our Sima clan is definitely much better at discovering the demonic lightning than the Chong Yun Mountain. Moreover, if it weren't for the many experts we brought, you probably would have died here already, right? Hui Yunfei laughed and said, Sima family head, then according to what you said, if you didn't bring us here, you would also die here, right? Then we have contributed quite a bit as well, right? Without us, would the demon-eyed devil tiger die? That's right. Everyone began to talk like crazy. In fact, everyone was thinking of a way to recover their physical strength and spiritual energy at this time because they knew that the war was about to begin. This is human nature. Lin Xian said with a smile. I'm used to it. Wu Yuhan said indifferently. I'm going to play too. Lin Xian walked over and said, Everyone, according to what you said, without my antidote pill, you would be dead by now, let alone fighting for the divine lightning. So, if that's the case, the divine lightning should have fallen into my hands, right? Everyone looked at Lin Xian. Little brother, you want to fight for it too? Everyone looked at Lin Xian. Although his medical skills seemed to be very powerful, his realm was still there. What could he do in the heavenly venerable realm? Could he win against them? You guys fight. Lin Xian said and walked away. No one paid any more attention to Lin Xian. Speak, Sima family head, what do you want to do? Sima Lian snorted and said, It seems like everyone doesn't want to let go either? Of course. Who would be willing to let go of the 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning? Then let's fight. The winner will get the 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning. Hua Yunfei's body burned with flames. I like Mana Lord Hua's temper. Then let's fight. Ha! In the next moment, over 100 people started fighting. There was no order, and they fought whoever they could. There was almost no so-called camp. However, there were a few who had a good relationship with each other. It couldn't be said that they were fighting the same faction, but they didn't fight each other. Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan stood in the distance. Lin Xian smiled evilly. When the sandpiper and clam fight, the fisherman benefits. They knew about the existence of Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan, but they didn't care about them. Will they die? Wu Yuhan asked. I don't think many will die. At most, they will be seriously injured and lose the ability to fight again. The person who wins in the end will get the 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning. But what's the point? Lin Xian said, even if he wins, he won't be able to refine the 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning. He won't be able to take it away, and his condition will be very bad. When he recovers, the third faction will probably come. That's true. They have already been blinded by the benefits. Then Lin Xian smiled and said, wait. When they win in the end, we will take action. You want to refine the 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning directly? Lin Xian raised his head and nodded. Yes, but we have to wait until they are seriously injured. Otherwise, it will be very dangerous for me during the refining process. If they put a little pressure on me, I might die. Then you must be careful. This is the lightning of the Sage Realm. Don't worry. Time passed slowly. One by one, figures fell to the ground and vomited blood. However, they rarely died. Most of them were seriously injured and lost the ability to move and fight. In the end, the Sima family stood at the end. Sima Lian was covered in blood. Sima Yen was half kneeling on the ground. The others had already lost the ability to move. Yen, rest for a while. Go refine the 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning. Sima Lian wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and glanced at the surrounding people. Some of them had fainted, some were lying there, and some were sitting there recovering from their injuries. Yes, father. Sima Yen nodded. Aya, it's finally over. Lin Xian stretched and walked over. Little brother, you want to snatch it? Sima Yan's eyes narrowed as he looked at Lin Xian. Chi, he sneered. I am a virtuous realm 10 stars. What right do you have to snatch it? Lin Xian smiled and said, Sima family head, it doesn't feel good to take it head on, right? How much spiritual energy do you have now? Stamina. Plus your injuries. After saying that, Lin Xian condensed a flame and then smirked. I'm afraid you can't take this move, right? Boom, in the next moment, Lin Xian directly attacked. Chapter 1401. That's right. Even if he was at the Great Void stage, he wouldn't be able to withstand Lin Xian's attack. Why? It was very simple. Firstly, Lin Xian's attack wasn't weak to begin with. It was the flames of darkness, which had doubled his strength and released the law of creation. Secondly, they had been fighting for a very long time since the beginning. They were injured and poisoned midway. Although the poison had been cured, there were still some lingering effects on their bodies. After that, they fought and killed the demon-eyed devil tiger. In the end, they fought each other until they were like this. How much spiritual energy did he have left? How much physical strength did he have left? He was already an arrow at the end of its flight. It was the same for Sima Yen. Although there was a huge gap between Lin Xian's realm and his, Lin Xian's flames of darkness could ignore defense. He also had so many special powers. How could he block it? Bang! In the next instant, Sima Lian spat out a mouthful of blood and was sent flying. He lay on the ground. Father! Sima Yen opened his eyes and stared angrily at Lin Xian. What are you looking at? The law of destruction. Puff. Sima Yen spat out a mouthful of blood and collapsed on the ground. Many people in the surroundings didn't faint. They were only injured, and their injuries weren't light. They all saw this scene. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Venerable Chong Yun laughed loudly with his teeth stained with blood. Clan leader Sima, oh clan leader Sima, have you ever thought that the final winner would be a junior at the heavenly venerable realm that you didn't take seriously before? Serves you right, ha ha ha. Venerable Chong Yun laughed gloatingly. His injuries were very serious, and so were everyone who had lost. It was so serious that they no longer wanted to fight for the 10,000 bolts of demon lightning. They couldn't fight for it. The other people were also gloating over their misfortune. They had lost, but Sima Lian hadn't won either. That was good. Moreover, they knew that it definitely wouldn't fall into Lin Xian's hands because he was only at the heavenly venerable realm. How could a heavenly venerable realm cultivator take away the 10,000 bolts of demon lightning? You're dreaming. Therefore everyone here, including Lin Xian, who seemed to have one, were losers. Everything they had was given to someone else. Cough, cough, cough. Sima Lian and Sima Yen trembled as they stood up. What? You still want to fight? Lin Xian smirked as he looked at them. Good boy. You win. Cough cough, but I want to see just how you're going to take away the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning. Even he had no way of taking away the 10,000 demonic lightning. He had to let his son experience danger before he could take it away, and this danger could very well be fatal. Now, how could he take it away? Lin Xian smirked. Spatial lock. In the next instant, the power of space was released, sealing all of these powerhouses inside. Law of destruction. Poof. In an instant, over 100 people spat out blood again. The injuries that they had recovered with great difficulty were once again seriously injured. Lin Xian couldn't let them recover. Otherwise, he might be in danger. Some of them were leaning on the ground, while others were lying on the ground. Lin Xian laughed and walked out of the spatial lock with Wu Yuhan. You stay here and watch. If there's any danger, just run away. Nothing can happen to you. I'll protect you. Wu Yuhan said. He, a heavenly venerable, wanted to refine the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning. However, he had too many miracles, so Wu Yuhan chose to believe him. Run if there's any danger. I'm fine, Lin Xian said. Wu Yuhan nodded. Then, Lin Xian gathered energy on his body. What is he doing? Cough cough. He's trying to refine the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning? Cough cough. He's courting death. He's simply courting death. We, the 10 stars of the virtuous stage, don't even dare to refine the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning. He, a heavenly venerable, wants to refine it. Go to hell. Cough cough. He's definitely going to die. Even a heavenly venerable would be in great danger when facing a heavenly venerable. It's even more difficult for a divine venerable. Now that he's a sage, he's definitely going to die. They all spoke with difficulty. Whoosh! Lin Xian charged toward the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning in the sky without hesitation. Before Lin Xian came into contact with it, the black lightning wrapped around Lin Xian like countless tentacles. Lin Xian could no longer be seen by those people. Wu Yuhan frowned and stared at him. He'll be fine. He's courting death. He's probably turned into ashes. Those experts could not see, so they did not bother looking. Recovering from their injuries was the most important thing. At that moment, Lin Xian did not know where he was. He only knew that the terrifying black lightning in front of him was the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning. Around him, the powerful lightning kept attacking Lin Xian's body. Although the black lightning might be stronger, the purple lightning was definitely not weak. Furthermore, Lin Xian had the law of creation, the earth attribute, and the metal attribute, which doubled his defense. In fact, he should be fine in his current position. If the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning were to be compared to a circle, the center of the circle should be the true 10,000 bolts of evil lightning. Everything around him was just sputtering lightning. The closer to the center, the stronger the lightning. Lin Xian walked forward step by step. As he got closer, his expression became worse. This was because the lightning was also getting stronger. Ugh, Lin Xian's clothes were torn to shreds. This was because he realized that when he first entered, the lightning was actually the lightning of heavenly punishment from the void. That kind of lightning was nothing to the current Lin Xian. However, when he got closer, it was the genuine 10,000 bolts of evil lightning. What would that lead to? It made his defense useless. Fortunately, the double defense and Lin Xian's law of creation strengthened his physical defense. That was not defensive power, but the strength of his own body. It was different from the defensive power condensed from spiritual power. One was one's own, and the other was released externally. This kind of defense ignoring only meant that it ignored the spiritual power defense released by you. Cough cough, as Lin Xian walked forward, blood began to drip from the corner of his mouth. However, he knew that it was nothing. Soon, Lin Xian walked to the front of the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning with great difficulty. Plop! Lin Xian immediately knelt on the ground because the impact of the surrounding lightning was too strong. Throughout the entire process, he was equivalent to a martial artist, and a martial artist of a very high rank, releasing martial arts skills to bombard Lin Xian. How could he possibly remain unharmed? Now, it was a test of Lin Xian's willpower. To refine the 10,000 bolts of evil lightning while enduring such a terrifying impact, if he could withstand the stronger ones, he would succeed. If he could not, he would be struck to death. Chapter 1402. Lin Xian sat in front of the 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning, closed his eyes, and began to meditate. The surrounding lightning continued to attack Lin Xian, causing his body to suffer great damage. However, Lin Xian's endurance was not something an ordinary person could compare to. Time slowly passed. At this time, people from far away started to arrive at Burial Mountain one after another. When they saw that hundreds of people were seriously injured, they were shocked. Those people also opened their eyes. Sima family head, Chong Yun supremacy, Manor lord, what happened? An old man looked at them with a shocked expression. They also opened their eyes. So it's the Tian family head and the Lu family head from Guangzhou city. Sima Lian also stood up. Who released this spatial seal? A young man. Oh. Then your injuries. It's a long story. Please destroy this spatial seal. Then, an old man directly took action and destroyed the spatial seal released by Lin Xian. The people inside were seriously injured, so the people outside naturally did not have to worry about them snatching the spiritual item of heaven and earth. Wu Yuhan frowned slightly. She stood there and did not leave, and those people did not attack her. There was no need for that. At this time, their gazes fell on the 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning in the sky. This is 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning? The new group of people revealed shocked expressions. Yes. No wonder it could release such a powerful aura and heaven and earth phenomenon. Could it be that you were injured by the 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning? Sima Lian said, No, it's a powerful demonic beast. They looked at the corpse of the devil-eyed tiger. It's actually the devil-eyed tiger. They revealed shocked expressions. Fortunately, at this moment, they were simply overjoyed. No battle, no injuries, just waiting to reap the benefits. Then this old man will kindly accept these 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning. One of the old men said. Sima Lian and the others clenched their fists. They were really unhappy. After fighting for an entire night and suffering such serious injuries, in the end, it was all for someone else. Damn it! He, Patriarch Lu, what do you mean by that? Why does this demonic lightning belong to Patriarch Lu? Another old man said coldly. This was human nature. I'm of the lightning attribute, so I happen to be able to refine the 10,000 evil bolts of lightning. I might even be able to advance to the heavenly Tao realm in passing, providing greater help to humanity's combat strength. This should be mine, right? Family head Lu said. Ha ha, my son is also of the lightning attribute. At such a young age, he is already about to break through to the absolute stage. In terms of potential and future, this 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning should belong to my son, right? Is family head Tion going to make a move? Family head Lu's aura surged. Spiritual objects of heaven and earth can be obtained by those who are capable. Let's give it a try. All right. Then, a new group of experts started fighting. As for the Sima clan and the others, they didn't stop them. If they started fighting, perhaps they would still have a chance to fight for the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning. As for that youth just now, he had probably already been annihilated by the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning. Ding, absorption of the 10,000 demonic lightning is at 80%. Ding, the current progress is 81%. Ding, system notifications kept ringing in Lin Xian's mind. Puff, he spat out a mouthful of blood. What was the situation now? Lin Xian could absorb the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning, but this continuous bombardment of lightning made Lin Xian really want to die. Law of creation. Continue to repair it. Really, if not for the law of creation constantly repairing Lin Xian's body, Lin Xian would really die. Moreover, Lin Xian had a divine body. The effect of the divine body was to rapidly heal injuries. Even if Lin Xian's arm was cut off, it could be regenerated in a short period of time. However, the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning were attacking every inch of Lin Xian's body. His divine body was constantly repairing and constantly being injured. After such a long period of time, the burden was somewhat unbearable. Fortunately, he had the law of creation. However, to be honest, without this body, Lin Xian would have turned into ashes long ago. This divine body was too terrifying. The speed of recovery was too exaggerated. After a long time, Lin Xian opened his eyes. He had completely absorbed the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning. At the same time, Lin Xian's aura was soaring. He was ready to advance. Whoosh! Suddenly, the light above the void dissipated. Lin Xian's figure descended from the sky. At the same time, everyone who was fighting stopped and looked at him in disbelief. Wu Yuhan was pleasantly surprised. What? The 10,000 flashes of demon lightning were refined? How is that possible? There's actually someone in the light of the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning. Family head Sima. What does this mean? Sima Lian also revealed a dumbfounded expression. Not only did he not die, but he refined the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning? He was only a heavenly venerable. How could a heavenly venerable refine the saint-level divine lightning? Their worldview was crumbling. A heavenly venerable would normally be turned into ashes by the saint-level divine lightning. After Lin Xian landed, he did not give those people time to react. He grabbed Wu Yuhan's hand and released the space attribute. His figure disappeared from the spot. Family head Sima. What does this mean? Family head Lu frowned. That young man is only a heavenly venerable, but he refined the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning. Can you imagine? What? A heavenly venerable refined the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning? They all had dumbfounded expressions on their faces. That's right. This old man originally thought that he was already dead, but I didn't expect that he would refine it. Since ancient times, heroes come from the youth. This means that this 10,000 evil lightning did not belong to any of us. It was destined to be his. Everyone, disperse. Venerable Chong Yun sighed. He was helpless. He was really helpless. He had worked so hard for so long, but it had all gone to someone else. Especially such a good and rare spiritual object of heaven and earth. Saint level. Crack, crack, crack. Those people clenched their fists tightly, unwilling to give up. However, they also knew that once a spiritual object of heaven and earth was refined, it would become his. Even if he killed it, the spiritual object of heaven and earth would disappear along with his spiritual power. Therefore, even if they wanted to catch up to Lin Xian, they would not be able to obtain another spiritual object of heaven and earth. However, there were still two possibilities. Either there was a special method to draw out the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning, or the host himself forced it out. Otherwise, Why would the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning be preserved when the demon god who possessed it had fallen so many years ago? However, now, it was all for naught. No. There is a way to obtain the 10,000 flashes of demon lightning. Let's go. Family head Lu shouted angrily and began to search for Lin Xian's location. He did not stop them immediately. It was difficult to lock onto the location of Lin Xian's space jump. At this moment, Lin Xian was sitting in a small forest dozens of kilometers away. Thunder clouds were gathering above his head. Chapter 1403. To advance to the absolute void stage, one had to withstand the lightning. This was similar to the Heavenly Tao's test. If one passed the Heavenly Tao's lightning test, one would be able to advance. If one failed, one would be struck to death by the lightning of heavenly punishment. This was also the reason why Lin Xian did not hesitate to leave with Wu Yuhan. How could he advance to the absolute void stage there? If he refined the 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning, who knew if they would be angry and kill him, he would not be able to advance in peace. Advance to the absolute void stage? Wu Yuhan raised her head and looked at the lightning condensed in the void. The lightning for advancing to the absolute void stage was very strong. She did not know if it was good or bad for him to advance without any preparation. Fortunately, Lin Xian was of the lightning attribute and was proficient in it. Moreover, he had refined the 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning. There should not be any problems. She was only worried about other uncertainties. Boom! The condensed heavenly lightning struck Lin Xian with a purple heavenly lightning. Lin Xian opened his eyes and leaped into the air. His terrifying strength clashed with the heavenly lightning before he landed on the ground. He didn't seem to be injured, but Wu Yuhan could feel the ground trembling violently when he landed. Lin Xian waved his hand. This is only the first lightning. There should be a maximum of 49 lightning strikes when advancing to the absolute void stage, right? The higher the number of lightning strikes, the stronger the martial artist's talent and the more the Heavenly Tao valued you. Time passed slowly, and one after another, the heavenly lightning struck down. Wu Yuhan was secretly shocked. Would it be the same when she advanced to the absolute void stage soon? Lin Xian was glad that he had a divine body. This divine body allowed him to not seem so weak under the lightning strikes. It's here. At this moment, the heads of the Tian family and Lu family arrived with some people who had arrived later. Originally, it was difficult for them to find Lin Xian. However, due to the strange phenomenon in the void, they came over and saw Lin Xian advancing to the absolute void stage. He's advancing to the absolute void stage. They frowned when they saw this scene. It seems that he has refined the power of the 10,000 demonic thunderbolts, allowing him to break through to the absolute stage, Patriarch Lu. The Tian family head glanced at it and said, "Let's get the 10,000 demonic lightning first, then we'll talk about the topic of who should keep it. What do you think?" Patriarch Lu snorted coldly and looked back. It wasn't just the two of them. There were still many forces rushing over. Everyone. The head of the Tian family glanced at the people behind him and said, "The 10,000 demonic thunderbolts have already been refined by the kid who advanced to the absolute void stage. However, if he is willing, he can give up the 10,000 demonic thunderbolts again. After he succeeds in his advancement, we will make him give up the 10,000 demonic thunderbolts. As for who will get them in the end, it will be up to the capable. How about it?" "Sure. No problem. But will he give up on the myriad demonic lightning?" The Tian family head sneered and looked at Wu Yuhan in the distance. "That's not up to him." Whoosh! In the next instant, he disappeared from where he was and appeared beside Wu Yuhan. Wu Yuhan furrowed her brows tightly. She turned around abruptly and threw a punch forward. Puff! In the next instant, she spat out a mouthful of blood. It wasn't that Wu Yuhan was too weak, but that her opponent was too strong. She was a 10-star heavenly venerable while her opponent was a 10-star absolute void stage martial artist. She couldn't beat him at all. Even Lin Xian couldn't beat him, let alone her. "Get over here." After that, Wu Yuhan was restrained and brought to the back. They were waiting for Lin Xian to succeed in his advancement because they knew that once Lin Xian died, the 10,000 demonic thunderbolts would be gone. If they disturbed his advancement now, he might be struck to death by the thunderbolts. Tian family head, what do you mean by this? Someone asked from behind. KSK. The head of the Tian family laughed and said, "This woman is that kid's girlfriend. It shouldn't be a problem to use her to threaten that kid, right?" On the other side, the 40th heavenly thunderbolt had struck. This heavenly thunderbolt. After those people restrained Wu Yuhan, all that was left was to pay attention to Lin Xian's advancement. As time passed, they became more and more shocked. This should be the intensity of the 40th heavenly thunderbolt, right? I've advanced before. This is the 40th heavenly thunderbolt. This kid actually attracted 40 heavenly thunderbolts. The faction behind him might not be simple. Tian family head, do you still plan on doing this? The head of the Tian family frowned. To attract 40 heavenly thunderbolts was truly a genius. There's no rush. It's only 40 heavenly thunderbolts. It's very common on the continent. Boom! Lin Xian charged forward to withstand the 41st heavenly thunderbolt. Thankfully, he had a divine body or he would have been struck to death. 42, 43. After the 45th heavenly thunderbolt, the pupils of the experts suddenly constricted. 45. What? He has already withstood 45 heavenly thunderbolts? In my impression, the number of people who can attract 45 heavenly thunderbolts when advancing to the absolute void realm can be counted on one hand. It really can be counted on one hand. At the very least, I don't know more than 10 people. There might be a large number of people I have never heard of or seen before. However, to be able to attract 45 heavenly thunderbolts, it proves that he has the qualifications to advance to the heavenly Tao realm. Not only that, he might even advance to the heavenly Tao realm in a relatively short period of time. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. Buzz! Lin Xian landed on the ground as blood seeped out of the corner of his mouth. Then, he wiped it and turned his head to look over. In fact, he had seen it from a moment ago, but he did not see Wu Yuhan injured. He knew what these people were up to. They wanted to use Wu Yuhan to threaten him. Then, Lin Xian dared to kill them. Lin Xian's Achilles' heel was his women. You could attack him without limit, but you absolutely could not touch his women. Now, Lin Xian was no match for them, but they did not know that as long as Lin Xian advanced to the absolute void realm, he would definitely be able to fend off these people. Buzz! Above the void, the thunderclouds did not vanish. The 46th heavenly thunderbolt began to condense. What? It's not over? It's already the 46th? According to what I know, the Sima family's Sima Yen has only attracted 46 heavenly thunderbolts, right? Furthermore, he is known as a rare genius of the Sima family. Who is this punk? Patriarch Tian swallowed a mouthful of saliva. They knew very well what 46 heavenly thunderbolts meant. At that moment, he glanced at Wu Yuhan, who was being restrained. Truly, he felt a baffling sense of regret. 47. It's already the 47th. Heavens! If it's 45, I'm not sure how many people in this world have experienced it before. However, I'm certain that there are probably less than 20 people in the entire continent who have experienced 47 heavenly thunderbolts. This. Chapter 1404. Lin Xian's advancement caused these people to be shocked. So much so that their attention was completely diverted. Previously, they were thinking of fighting for the 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning in Lin Xian's body. Now, the 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning might have to wait. Instead, they were looking forward to how many more streaks of heavenly punishment lightning could he reach? Boom! Lin Xian's figure landed on the ground, smashing a huge crater in the ground. Lin Xian! Wu Yuhan looked at Lin Xian worriedly with blood at the corner of her mouth. At this moment, she completely understood how worried and fond she was of this hooligan. Lin Xian's figure slowly climbed out of the crater. Tuehi spat out a mouthful of blood. At the same time, his divine body was rapidly recovering. It should be over, right? Those people looked at Lin Xian and muttered to themselves. However, sizzle sizzle, in the sky, the 48th streak of lightning began to condense. Everyone's pupils shrank. 48 streaks of lightning. It's the 48th streak of lightning. Oh my God. Who is this kid? Gulp. Everyone swallowed a mouthful of saliva. The family head of the Tian family silently glanced at Wu Yuhan, who was next to him, and quickly removed his control over her. Why? He was scared. There were many people in this world who were more powerful than the Tian family. And this Lin Xian actually attracted the 48th streak of heavenly lightning when he advanced to the great virtual stage. He was scared to death. Who on earth was this person? He regretted it so much. If he had known, he wouldn't have attacked this woman. He was really scared. Lin Xian raised his head and frowned. Did he have to do this? 10,000 lightning heavenly prison. Lin Xian roared and released all his strength. He charged straight into the sky. And this 10,000 lightning heavenly prison released the power of 10,000 streaks of demonic lightning directly. Boom, the two forces collided. Everyone thought that it would take a while. However, Lin Xian was instantly struck down. The terrifying lightning bolts crazily attacked Lin Xian. Lin Xian. Wu Yuhan hurriedly ran over, but the terrifying lightning blocked her path. Cough, cough. A cough came from the dust, and Wu Yuhan heaved a sigh of relief. F***ck. Lin Xian slowly crawled to his feet. His entire body was covered in blood. He looked extremely terrifying. However, the terrifying wound was healing at a speed visible to the naked eye. Lin Xian took a deep breath and released the law of creation to heal his injuries. He thought it was over, everyone thought it was over, but... what? Everyone raised their heads and looked at the terrifying heaven and earth phenomenon. At this moment, the night sky was lit up by a purple light. The whole sky was covered with purple lightning that had never been seen before. A huge vortex appeared in the void above. Within the vortex, purple lightning exploded. Everyone felt an earth-shattering pressure. It was as if he wanted to submit to the heavenly phenomenon. 49. This is the 49th bolt of heavenly lightning. How could this be? Isn't this the legendary heavenly lightning that should never appear? 49 bolts of heavenly lightning. Since ancient times, there has never been any records in any ancient books. There are records of 48 bolts of heavenly lightning, but 49. This person, who is he? Who is he? Gulp. Everyone subconsciously swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Really, they were too shocked. Lin Xian also swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Must you strike me to death? Lin Xian gritted his teeth. The strength of this bolt of lightning should be unimaginable. Lin Xian took a deep breath. It was time to take a gamble. Myriad lightning heavenly prison, dark fire. Metal, earth, and wood intertwining. Ice attribute ice wall. Lin Xian unleashed all the power he could to help block the attack. Come on. Attribute exchange, double defense, double strength, activate all the law of creation, defend. Lin Xian's eyes narrowed. In the next instant, Lin Xian roared and charged into the sky. Lin Xian. Wu Yuhan bit her red lips and looked up worriedly. Did she like it? Of course, she liked it. She knew it in her heart, so she did not want anything to happen to Lin Xian. The scene in front of her was really too terrifying. They were all in the same realm, but she felt that she would be struck into dust by this bolt of lightning in an instant. Bang! Lin Xian's body fell from the sky and landed on the ground. Whoosh! Wu Yuhan immediately rushed over. At the same time, the phenomenon in the sky disappeared. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. After the phenomenon disappeared, they felt that the suffocating aura had disappeared. Is he dead? They said one sentence. I think so. Even a great void stage 10 stars couldn't withstand the power of that bolt of lightning. How could a heavenly venerable 10 stars like him withstand it? That's true. Perhaps this is also because no one has ever heard of anyone experiencing 49 bolts of heavenly lightning? Because they're all dead. It's good that he's dead. Tian family head's eyes narrowed as he spoke. Now, he no longer wanted to obtain the 10,000 bolts of demonic lightning. Instead, he wanted that person to die. As long as he didn't die, he would always be afraid that he would hurt that woman. Although he let her go later, an injury was an injury. He was always afraid that that person had some background and that something would happen to his Tian family. Lin Xian. Wu Yuhan ran over and jumped into the deep pit. She saw that Lin Xian seemed to be charred. Lin Xian slowly opened his eyes. When Wu Yuhan saw Lin Xian open his eyes, she knew that he was fine. Bastard! Wu Yuhan then hugged Lin Xian and quickly took out a healing medicine to inject Lin Xian. Lin Xian lay there to recover a little. Spiritual power. Lin Xian said. All right. Wu Yuhan then injected Lin Xian with a medicine to recover his spiritual power. It's in my ring. Lin Xian. Wu Yuhan then opened Lin Xian's space ring. Is it this spiritual recovery pill? Lin Xian nodded lightly. Then, Wu Yuhan fed Lin Xian a spiritual recovery pill. After the spiritual recovery pill entered his stomach, Lin Xian instantly felt his spiritual power recovering rapidly. Then, he released the law of creation. In an instant, Lin Xian's body recovered to about 70% or 80% and stood up. Wu Yuhan. This was the law of creation? That's right. This was the law of creation. Especially when Lin Xian's realm reached the great virtual stage 3 stars, the law of creation's limits had increased greatly. If not for Lin Xian's insufficient spiritual power, he could have even recovered directly. What? When the people in the distance saw 2 figures jump out of the deep pit, they were shocked. Not dead? He didn't die under that kind of power? They widened their eyes. No, if you said that you didn't die, it might be possible, but you just jumped out like a lively dragon and a lively tiger, as if nothing had happened? This was 2F** King Fake, right? Chapter 1405. 3 stars of the Great Void Stage. There was nothing he could do about it. Lin Xian was originally a 10 stars heavenly venerable, but this was a sage stage. It was too powerful. Lin Xian felt that it was too little for him to advance to 3 stars of the Great Void Stage. However, he was very satisfied. Originally, he thought that he could only reach the Great Void Stage through the God's Awakening Door. However, he had already reached it through the God's Awakening Door. Lin Xian was really happy. When he reached the 3rd level of the Great Void Stage, he clearly understood that the difference between the Great Void Stage and the Heavenly Venerable Stage was too great. It was so great that Lin Xian did not know why he could kill a Great Void Stage expert as a Heavenly Venerable. He could even kill a 5 or 6 stars expert. He felt that it was too unbelievable. There was such a huge difference. How could those people lose to a Heavenly Venerable? Wasn't that too embarrassing? Moreover, after reaching the Great Void Stage, Lin Xian's domain had become stronger. Previously, he could suppress an opponent's cultivation level by 3 stars. Now, he could suppress an opponent's cultivation level by 4 stars. In other words, if Lin Xian were to fight a 7 stars Great Void Stage expert, it would be equivalent to a battle of the same level. Lin Xian should be able to fight a 10 stars expert at 3 stars. It was a little exaggerated. However, now, Lin Xian glanced at the bloodstains on Wu Yuhan's chest. Then, he glanced at the people in front of him. Gulp. Those people didn't even understand why they were so subconsciously afraid. Who did it? Lin Xian said coldly. Some people subconsciously took a step back. It was not a big movement, but the head of the Tian family subconsciously glanced to the side. Damn it! Did this group of people all retreat? It's you. Lin Xian's aura surged. It's me. So what? The Tian family head's eyes narrowed. Actually, what was his subconscious thought? He just wanted to explain to Lin Xian and admit defeat at the same time. However, he suddenly blurted out such a sentence. There were people behind him, and this kid was a junior. What was he afraid of? However, Lin Xian immediately released his domain. Yer immediately knew that his cultivation level was at the 6 stars of the Great Void stage. Create the laws of nature, double the power. Bang! Lin Xian punched out. Bang! In the next moment, the Tian family head's ribs seemed to break, and it was several times. He spat out a mouthful of blood, and then he was directly sent flying, lying on the ground and wailing. Everyone's eyes narrowed when they saw this. The patriarch of the Tian family was at the Great Void stage 10 stars. He was instantly defeated by a brat who had just advanced to the Great Void stage with a single punch. Although it was partly due to him not being able to react in time, but wasn't this brat's strength too strong? Who else did it? Lin Xian glanced at the crowd. No, no more. Those people shook their heads. Can we leave now? Lin Xian asked. Wait. The young master of the Tian family shouted. Then, the people of the Tian family surrounded Lin Xian. You seriously injured my father, and you want to leave just like that? Actually, he felt very uncomfortable in his heart. He was very jealous. This treasure was snatched away by a brat who had just advanced to the Great Void stage. He was very indignant. Lin Xian's eyes narrowed, and the corner of his mouth curled up slightly. Destroy the laws of nature. Puff. The dozen people surrounding Lin Xian spat out blood. Some directly fell to the ground, unable to get up. Some were even half kneeling there, but they had a pained expression. Those people were dumbfounded. What kind of power is this? How did they all get injured? What kind of power is this? What kind of power did this brat release? I didn't even see him make a move. It's too scary. Who exactly is this brat? Humph. Lin Xian snorted, then held Wu Yuhan's small hand, and the two of them disappeared on the spot. Patriarch Tian, are you all right? Cough, cough. The Tian family head coughed out a mouthful of blood. Let's go back. On the other side, Lin Xian brought Wu Yuhan back to Liuzhou City. Are you all right? Lin Xian released the creation laws of nature and healed Wu Yuhan's injuries. Her injuries were not serious, so Lin Xian did not kill them. If Wu Yuhan's injuries were slightly more serious, Lin Xian would definitely kill them. I'm fine. Wu Yuhan shook her head. Rest. Rest. Let's continue our journey tomorrow. Lin Xian looked up. As the 10,000 evil lightning bolts had been refined by Lin Xian, the thunderstorm here had also ended. This stunned the people in Liuzhou City. It was not like this every year in the past. Therefore, this was considered a good thing for Liuzhou City, right? All right. Then, the two of them went to a hotel and booked a room. After Wu Yuhan finished showering, she walked out while drying her hair. She saw Lin Xian sitting on the ground, with red and black flames in one hand and black lightning in the other. This flame is? Wu Yuhan asked in surprise. It's also a special kind of flame. It's extremely strong and has an extremely high temperature. It also has the effect of ignoring defensive spiritual energy. Wu Yuhan opened her small mouth. Then what are you doing now? Now, the cold Wu Yuhan was talking more with Lin Xian. When Lin Xian asked her to take a shower, she obediently went to take a shower. I'm trying to feel which one is stronger. Can this flame be stronger than the 10,000 evil lightning bolts? Wu Yuhan asked in confusion. This was 10,000 evil lightning bolts, and it was the power of one of the 12 demon gods. Its destructive power was even the strongest power, but this flame, not necessarily. The power of lightning is stronger than fire, but this dark flame has a terrifying heat that lightning does not have. In terms of continuous damage, the flame is stronger. After all, this was Huang Shi's power. It was definitely not weak. Lin Xian tried to feel it. How should he put it? He could not tell which was stronger, but they were both very strong. Wu Yuhan opened her small mouth. Lin Xian then smiled. 2 of the 12 demon gods' powers that Zhao Mengyue had been searching for were already in Lin Xian's body. Void-killing eyes and 10,000 evil lightning bolts. One was the strongest offensive power, and the other was the strongest destructive power. Lin Xian then kept the flame and lightning and looked at Wu Yuhan. Wu Yuhan was wrapped in a bathrobe. She also knew what she was going to do later, but when she saw Lin Xian's eyes, she felt uncomfortable. He. You've become obedient. Lin Xian smiled and walked over. Then, he hugged her from behind. Wu Yuhan's delicate body suddenly trembled, and her beautiful face was dyed red. It's time to get down to business. Lin Xian threw her directly onto the bed. Wu Yuhan. The next morning, Lin Xian yawned and opened his eyes. At the same time, Wu Yuhan opened the door and walked in. I've bought breakfast, she said faintly and placed the breakfast on the table. Let's go to Feng country after eating. Chapter 1406. One day later, they had successfully arrived at Feng Empire. How should one describe Feng Empire's climate? Why was Feng Empire called Feng Empire? It was because the empire's climate and wind were relatively strong. There were strong gales all year round. Ice Empire was called Ice Empire because the entire empire had a snowy climate all year round. There was a reason for this. What a strong wind! Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan walked in Feng Empire's Feng City. They weren't used to the wind blowing against them. However, they realized that there were a lot of people on the road. They didn't seem to be affected by the wind at all. That was normal. After all, they were used to it. Moreover, their luck wasn't very good. This season happened to be windy. Where's your family's old address? Lin Xian asked. It's near the outskirts. Wu Yuhan said. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Wasn't your family a first-rate family in the past? In the outskirts? It's all the same. The family manor can only be built in the outskirts. The city center isn't that big. Manor? Awesome. Wu Yuhan couldn't help but roll her eyes at Lin Xian. Let's go and take a look. Then they hailed a taxi. Boss, go to the outskirts of the new city. Wu Yuhan said. Little girl, why are we going there? Isn't there only one family's old address left in that location? Although it was the outskirts in the past, it belonged to the new city. It would gradually develop there. Back then, the Wu family's extermination shocked the entire Feng Empire. One must know that the Wu family was a first-rate family. As a result, those people were afraid. From then on, no one ever developed in that area. Very few people even went there. They all said that it was an ominous place. Under normal circumstances, the Wu family's old site should have been demolished and continued to be developed in that direction. However, Wu Yuhan had secretly manipulated the situation and asked for help. Therefore, the Wu family's old site remained there even after so many years. Perhaps those people who assassinated the Wu family all those years ago also hoped that the Wu family's old site would remain here. Although they might have searched this place dozens or even hundreds of times without finding what they were looking for, it didn't mean that the Wu family didn't have it. Therefore, this was also what Lin Xian suspected at that time. The Wu family had never told Wu Yuhan and Wu Yunuo about the secret. However, since it could cause such a big disaster, it was definitely something very powerful. The Wu family was a first-rate family, so the one who could do this was at least a top-notch family. Therefore, Lin Xian had always felt that the Wu family had left a secret for Wu Yuhan because Wu Yuhan was not around at that time. With their intelligence, they wouldn't allow everything to completely disappear from the world at that time. Those people couldn't be found because they weren't from the Wu family. Oh, I heard that there's a problem over there, so we want to go and explore. Adventure? It's too dangerous. You can go to the back of the mountain. People often go there to explore, but forget about the old site of the Wu family. The driver said before the motorcycle even started moving. Why? Lin Xian asked doubtfully. I'm only telling you about this. After all, it's rare to meet people who are willing to go there. Some time ago, the middle-aged driver then said softly. Some time ago, I went back to my hometown late at night. Something happened at home, and that was the first time I went back in the middle of the night. Because there were very few traffic lights in the suburbs, I was in a hurry to go back, so I took that road. Guess what I saw? What? It was very dark, and I vaguely saw a figure floating quickly in the old site of the Wu family. I was so scared that I stepped on the accelerator and sped away. It was too scary. I even suspected that it was the vengeful spirit of the Wu family's former members. I don't know if other places are evil or not, but the old site of the Wu family is really as scary as the rumors say. Therefore, it's better for young people like you not to go there. What if something happens? Moreover, I don't want to go there either. I'm afraid that I'll be possessed by something unclean. Lin Xian nodded. Got it. Thank you, uncle. We won't go there then. Then, Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan got out of the car. The middle-aged driver was the most ordinary person. He believed in ghosts. Lin Xian, is that someone looking for something in the Wu family? Wu Yuhan frowned and asked. Lin Xian nodded. I think so. The middle-aged driver is an ordinary person, and it's so dark at night. The black figure he saw was most likely a human figure. As for vengeful spirits, although they do exist, you've been to the old site of the Wu family many times. If there really were such creatures, you should have discovered them long ago. Wu Yuhan nodded. So, the black figure the middle-aged driver saw should be the person who attacked the Wu family back then? They still haven't given up looking for something in the Wu family? Wu Yuhan asked. It's possible, but to be honest, it's not certain. There are many other possibilities. Maybe someone is investigating and they went there. Maybe someone is just taking a risk. Maybe someone is brave enough to check it out. There are too many possibilities, but we can't rule out that they're the ones who attacked the Wu family back then. Wu Yuhan frowned. Then we, Lin Xian said, will go at night, late at night. It's easy for us to be discovered if we go there in broad daylight. Almost no one knows about your identity as a daughter of the Wu family. We'll go in at night and see if we can find anything. At the same time, see if we can meet anyone who came to the Wu family in the middle of the night. It might be possible. Okay. We'll do as you say. Wu Yuhan secretly clenched her fists. God knew how many enemies had entered the old site of the Wu family over the years. Then what should we do during the day? Lin Xian smiled. Find a girl to play with. Ha! Wu Yuhan frowned. Bastard. Scumbag. Damn it. Damn it. Lin Xian obviously knew that Feng Ling was here. Lin Xian didn't know if the Feng family was the culprit back then, but Feng Ling definitely didn't know either. Although this woman was arrogant, she was definitely a righteous person. She wouldn't allow her family, including herself, to have such a black mark. If she knew that her family had such a black mark, she wouldn't be as arrogant and condescending as before. She would feel that she didn't have the right to be arrogant. This was Feng Ling, this woman. Moreover, this woman had triggered a mission. Lin Xian definitely had to look for her and complete the mission at the same time. Are you talking about Feng Ling? Wu Yuhan asked. Yes, don't worry. She definitely doesn't know. Maybe we can ask her for help. Lin Xian. Chapter 1407. Finding the Feng family in Wind City was the easiest thing to do. As the top family in Wind City, everyone knew where the Feng family was. At this moment, Feng Ling and Feng Qinghao were sparring in a huge courtyard of the Feng family. Little sister, don't vent your anger on me. I'm not sparring anymore. I can't win. Feng Qinghao said helplessly. Although she was his younger sister, her strength was really strong. How am I unhappy? Feng Ling put away the spiritual artifact, then walked over and gulped down the water with her head raised. You haven't gone out to play since the Sky Martial Conference and you say you're not unhappy? It's not your fault that you lost to Lin Xian. Didn't everyone lose to Lin Xian? Feng Qinghao patted her shoulder with a smile. No, I'm not thinking about him. Feng Ling mumbled. I didn't say you were thinking about him. Feng Ling, go to hell. She then threw a flying kick at him. Ha ha ha, I'll get you something to eat. Don't worry. After you go to the God's Awakening door, you still have a high chance of surpassing Lin Xian. However, that Lin Xian is indeed worthy of respect. Feng Qinghao smiled and walked away. Feng Ling sat in the courtyard and drank water unhappily. Lin Xian, I'll definitely defeat you. Definitely. Feng Ling clenched her fist. Ah. She was so unhappy. Why couldn't she lose to others? She just had to lose to that hooligan. She felt that after so many days, her butt was still hurting. Bastard, bastard, bastard. Ah. At this moment, Lin Xian brought Wu Yuhan to the entrance of the Feng family's manor. As a top family, the Feng family had the qualifications to build a huge manor in the city center. There was no other way. They had money, power, and status. Are you sure I'm going? Wu Yuhan asked. She wasn't sure if the Feng family was involved in the operation that day. However, the Chu family was involved. This was because Wu Yunuo recognized the Chu clan's movement technique at that time. That person should be from the Chu clan, right? However, she was also a rational person. She felt that there were many things that she needed to fully understand. But now that Lin Xian had asked her to come to the Feng family, she was a little worried that she would be recognized. In truth, Lin Xian felt that even Wu Yuhan hadn't been recognized during the Qianwu assembly, so how could she be recognized here? If Wu Yuhan had been recognized during the Sky Martial Arts Conference as the former Wu family's young lady, then she would have been targeted for a long time. With how much those people coveted something from the Wu family, it was impossible for them not to make a move immediately. Moreover, so many years had passed, almost 20 years. They were not Wu Yuhan's biological parents or family. Who would be able to recognize the grown-up Wu Yuhan after not seeing her for 20 years? This was also unrealistic. Let's go. By the way, if the Feng clan is involved, maybe you can find something inside. Lin Xian. All right. Wu Yuhan nodded and Lin Xian led her over. Stop. A few warriors from the Feng clan, who were also the security guards, stopped Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan. I'm here to look for your young lady to play. Please go and inform her. Lin Xian. Young lady? Yes, Feng Ling, please go and inform her. All right. Please wait a moment. Their attitudes also eased up a bit. They didn't dare to provoke their young lady's friend. Are you friends with Feng Ling? Wu Yuhan asked. No, and we're half enemies. Then you, Lin Xian smiled and said, in the future, follow me obediently. I can teach you a lot of things. Wu Yuhan wasn't convinced. Oh, you're not convinced? Then let me tell you. Although we're not friends, it should be easier for us to become friends. Why? Didn't you guys fight a few times? Because I'm handsome. Lin Xian grinned. Handsome my ass. It was rare for Wu Yuhan to swear, but it wasn't really vulgar. Young lady, your friend is looking for you outside. Feng Ling raised her eyebrows. My friend? Who? Male or female? Feng Ling drank her milk and asked. I don't know. I've never seen them before. It's a guy and a girl. Never seen them before? I'm not seeing them. Tell them to scram, Feng Ling said angrily. She was in a bad mood, and they were still looking for her? She didn't have many friends because she didn't like to make friends. Compared to making friends, she preferred to go out and fight. She felt that making friends was purely a waste of time, energy, and feelings. Especially since the men were all very hypocritical. As for the women, there wasn't anything she wanted to get in touch with. She wanted to be friends with girls like Morongyu, but unfortunately, they couldn't come into contact with each other. She was in a bad mood now. No matter who it was, she couldn't be bothered to meet them. All right. Then, the security guard walked away. Lin Xian saw the security guard walking over and smiled at Wu Yuhan. Watch carefully. Miss said to ask the two of you to leave. She doesn't want to meet anyone. Lin Xian? Wu Yuhan almost laughed out loud. Does she know it's me? Miss said that she doesn't want to meet anyone. Please leave. Lin Xian. Tell her that I'm here to beat her up, Lin Xian said. The security guards were stunned. I advise you to leave quickly. If Miss knows what you said, you won't be able to avoid being hurt even if you're her friend. They didn't want to look at Lin Xian, but when they saw Wu Yuhan's beauty that wasn't inferior to their missus, they felt that the two of them weren't simple. Therefore, their attitude was better. Feng Ling, come out and take a beating. Lin Xian then raised his head and shouted. Damn it! He had embarrassed himself in front of Wu Yuhan. He was in a bad mood. Pfft! In the courtyard, Feng Ling spat out a mouthful of milk. Then she stood up. Bastard! You're courting death. Then, Feng Ling released a space force angrily. She didn't know who it was. However, he came to the Feng family and asked her to come out and take a beating. She couldn't take it. Whoosh! Feng Ling's figure appeared at the entrance of the manor. You're asking for a beating. Feng Ling gritted her teeth and looked at him angrily. Then, she furrowed her brows. Lin Xian? She didn't expect it to be this damn hooligan. Hello, good afternoon. Lin Xian grinned and greeted her. What are you doing here? Feng Ling glanced at Lin Xian, then her gaze fell on Wu Yuhan. What were the two of them doing here? Traveling? Were they a couple? Wasn't Lin Xian with... Wait. Damn it. Damn hooligan. Scumbag. Scumbag. 2A. I'm here for a vacation. I thought that the Feng family happened to be here, so I came to find a good friend like you to catch up. Lin Xian grinned shamelessly. Who's your good friend? Feng Ling glared at Lin Xian. Chapter 1408. Lin Xian scratched his head while Wu Yuhan, who was beside him, held back her laughter. Hey, give me some face. Since I'm here, why don't you invite me to the Feng family? No. Feng Ling had just said one word when she suddenly thought of something. She didn't care what Lin Xian was here for, but Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan were both experts. That brother of hers couldn't take a beating and she might be able to fight with them. Moreover, this was her territory. Why would she be afraid of Lin Xian? Everyone knew Wu Yuhan's name, but the surname Wu, how to put it? It wasn't just the Feng nation's Wu family that had it. There were quite a number of people with the surname Wu in the entire continent. There was even an empire that had half the people with the surname Wu. Although it wasn't a big surname, it wasn't a small number. Therefore, even if they knew her surname was Wu, normal people wouldn't directly bring her into the Wu family. All right, come in. Feng Ling then said, Open the door. That's more like it. Lin Xian smiled and brought Wu Yuhan in. Oh, is this the life of a rich person? Lin Xian looked at the huge courtyard. It was too beautiful. Small lake, rockery, back garden, villa, swimming pool. Don't pretend. Feng Ling couldn't help but grumble. The boss behind the Yaxian group said she was rich here. Wasn't this just pretending? Ha ha ha. What are you doing here? Feng Ling asked. I said, traveling. Lin Xian. Feng Ling didn't believe it. Really, I'm bringing a beautiful girl out to have some fun in front of the God's awakening door. Isn't that great? Feng Ling glanced at him. Just one? Lin Xian. N. Didn't you say you want me to be beaten? Let's fight. Feng Ling said. Lin Xian, this woman. Hey, I'm here to travel and to see you. Do I need you to see me? After all, we know each other and are friends, right? Who's your friend? Feng Ling didn't give Lin Xian any face. Lin Xian felt that this chick needed to be taught a lesson. You can't beat him, Lin Xian said. We'll know once we try. In the next instant, she threw a punch at Lin Xian, and lightning flashed. Beside him, Wu Yuhan secretly shook her head. Too ruthless. It was too violent. However, Lin Xian reached out and grabbed her fist. Lightning crackled around it, but it was all blocked by Lin Xian. Wen Qim tried to pull her hand back, but Lin Xian's strength was so great that she couldn't pull it back at all. Great virtual stage. Wind chimes then sensed Lin Xian's realm. This power was able to restrain him directly. It was definitely at the higher void stage. She couldn't even defeat Lin Xian at the same cultivation level. Now that Lin Xian was at the absolute void stage, she couldn't even defeat him. Humph. She retracted her aura and shook off Lin Xian's hand. You can't beat him, right? Lin Xian laughed. Just you wait. Wait until I advance to the higher void stage. I'll teach you a lesson. Alright, get lost. Wind Chime said. If he couldn't beat him, then why did she ask him to come here? Ask him to get lost. Lin Xian. Hey, it's getting dark. I'm a guest. Aren't you going to treat me to a meal? Who admitted that you're a guest? Who let you in? Get out. Wind Chimes pointed outside. She was extremely unhappy. Why? Why did Lin Xian advance to the higher void stage? Ah. At this time, Feng Qingyang and Feng Qinghao walked over together. Lin Xian? Feng Qinghao was stunned. Why did you come to Feng Nation? Feng Qinghao walked over with a smile. He also didn't expect Lin Xian to come to Feng Nation and even to his Feng family. He wasn't familiar with Lin Xian, but he really admired Lin Xian. Lin Xian nodded with a smile. I'm here to have some fun. Feng Qingyang smiled and said, All right, come in and have a seat. As Wind Chimes' father, Feng Qingyang definitely liked Lin Xian very much. He was the champion of the Qianwu conference. He was worthy of admiration. Moreover, it would be great if he could become his son-in-law. His daughter didn't get along with him, but now, he actually came to have fun with his daughter. That was a little thought-provoking. This is Miss Wu Yuhan, right? You're all in the top 10 of the Qianwu conference. Come in and have a seat. It's a good thing that Lingling can make friends like you. Feng Qingyang smiled and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. Then, he led Lin Xian into the villa while chatting and laughing. Wind Chimes. Wind Chimes stood there in a daze. She was dumbfounded. Hey, who said that they were friends? Moreover, why did you bring them into the house? You even seem to be on good terms with them. Did you guys even talk to each other before? Feng Qinghao patted Wind Chime's shoulder and said, Not bad, little sister. When did your relationship with Lin Xian become so good? Go to hell. He's my enemy. Wind Chimes glared at Feng Qinghao. Yo, enemy? Enemy, he came all the way here just to look for you? Wind Chimes? Are you crazy? Who told you that he came all the way here just to look for me? He's just here to have a look. Moreover, didn't you see that he brought another girl with him? Wind Chimes rolled her eyes at Feng Qinghao. Good luck. Feng Qinghao patted her shoulder and walked in. Wind Chimes. Good luck. What good luck? You're crazy. Then, she walked in helplessly. Ha ha ha, Xiao Xian and Yuhan, why are you guys here? Feng Qingyang acted as if he was very close to Lin Xian. Wind Chimes walked in and took a look. Did her biological father know Lin Xian? They seemed to be on good terms. I'm going to the Door of Gods to have some fun. I haven't been to Feng Nation before, so I came over to have some fun. Then, I remembered that there's someone I know here, so I came over to have a look. Lin Xian smiled. Okay, how about you stay here tonight? Let's not talk about other things in the Feng clan, but there are still many empty rooms. Feng Qingyang smiled. Wind Chimes. What the hell? Dad. Lingling, go get some water. Feng Qingyang said. Wind Chimes. Go quickly. Oh. Then, she went to get some water for them unhappily. Lin Xian then said, No, I'll just stay outside. I'm not used to staying in someone else's house. Okay. Lingling has been talking about you ever since she came back from the Qianwu conference. Feng Qingyang smiled. Thud, on the other side, Wind Chimes accidentally dropped her cup. She was full of question marks. Dad, what nonsense are you talking about? When did I talk about him? Wind Chimes was really angry. What was her biological father trying to do? I can testify that you were talking about him just now. Feng Qinghao smiled. Wind Chimes? Ah. She really wanted to send Feng Qinghao flying with a kick. What are you talking about? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Wind Chimes gritted her teeth. I don't know. I didn't hear it clearly. Anyway, I was talking about it, Feng Qinghao said with a smile. Wind Chimes walked over and said, I mean, I want to have a good fight with Lin Xian again. That's it. Chapter 1409. Feng Ling did not feel good. What were her father and brother trying to do? Yes, Lin Xian had won first place in the Qianwu conference. His strength was undeniable. Although she was not convinced, she knew she was no match for him. But what were they trying to do? Not to mention Feng Ling, even Lin Xian felt his scalp go numb. Ahem. Lin Xian coughed dryly and said, Maybe I'm too handsome. She can't forget me. Feng Ling was speechless. Can you be more shameless? Get lost. Feng Ling pointed outside and said angrily, Ling, he's a guest. How can you be so rude to a guest? Feng Qingyang glared at Feng Ling. Feng Ling gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian. Bastard. Lin Xian smiled and said, Then I'll take my leave. It's my first time in Feng Nation. I'd like to take a look around. That's good. Ling, bring Lin Xian and Miss Wu Yuhan out for a stroll in Feng Nation. Be a good host. Feng Qingyang said to Feng Ling. Feng Ling was speechless. Let my brother go. Feng Ling sat there and said calmly, Girl, you'll be going to the God's Awakening door together in a few days. There might be unknown dangers in the God's Awakening door. You were rivals before, but you'll be friends in the future. Get along well and take care of each other. Lin Xian, when you go to the God's Awakening door, I'll have to trouble you to take care of this girl. Feng Qingyang looked at Lin Xian. Of course. Lin Xian said with a smile. Do I need him to take care of me? Go. Change your clothes and leave quickly. Feng Qingyang reprimanded. Feng Ling was speechless. She was dumbfounded. Lin Xian smiled and said, That's true. We're new here and are not familiar with this place. I'll have to trouble Miss Feng to bring us out to play. Feng Ling was speechless. Look, even Lin Xian said so. Quickly go change your clothes. As the daughter of the Feng clan, if you are so rude, then father will teach you a lesson. Windling sighed helplessly. Got it. Then, she gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian before running upstairs. Ha, Lin Xian, don't mind her too much. My daughter has been spoiled since she was young, but she's actually very kind and upright. It's just that her personality makes it difficult for her to make friends. You see, there are so many outstanding people around you, and there's also Murong Yu and the others. If you have the chance, see if you can help my daughter get to know them. If it were her, she would never take the initiative to get to know them. Feng Qingyang smiled. He was indeed worried about his daughter. She was indeed very talented, but her EQ and social skills were a big problem. And this Lin Xian just so happened to be invincible in this aspect. If his daughter became friends with him, she would gain a lot in this aspect. Moreover, although he felt that they might be enemies, this Lin Xian came directly to the Feng clan, which meant that he was interested in his daughter. Moreover, his daughter would not admit defeat. Although she seemed to have a bad relationship with Lin Xian, it might be better after getting along with him. He knew his daughter too well. As for how far they would go, it was up to fate. Lin Xian had unlimited potential. In this era, it was normal for a capable man to have multiple wives. As long as his daughter was willing, it did not matter. He would not say anything. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Sure, as long as she's willing. Ha, even if this girl is willing, she's very stubborn. Feng Qingyang laughed. Lin Xian nodded. However, Lin Xian, when we go to the God's Awakening door, I really need you and Ling Ling to look out for each other. There's a possibility of death in the God's Awakening door. Feng Qingyang said solemnly. Lin Xian nodded. I know. Feng Ling had triggered a mission. No matter what, Lin Xian had to get her. Moreover, she was indeed very beautiful. Her character was very unconventional. He really wanted to smack her, but... Who asked you to be so arrogant? Thank you. Feng Qinghao smiled. I'm not qualified to go to the God's Awakening door. I hope that when the time comes, both of you will be able to hold your own. Thank you. Wind Chimes casually changed into a new set of clothes and walked down. Let's go. She glared at Lin Xian. Bastard. Wasting my time. Then we'll take our leave. Lin Xian smiled and said. Then, the three of them walked out. On the way, Lin Xian went to buy ice cream cones. I say, why are you interested in this bastard? Feng Ling came to Wu Yuhan's side and asked quietly. Wu Yuhan was stunned. It's all right. Wu Yuhan said calmly. Bastard? He was indeed a bastard. However, he was quite good. You don't look like one. I don't think you're that kind of girl. Moreover, you should be quite hard to woo. Feng Ling found it unbelievable. It's all right. Wu Yuhan said. If we have time, let's learn from each other. Feng Ling said. All right. Wu Yuhan nodded. Feng Ling then looked at Lin Xian. When did he advance to the Absolute Void stage? She had been stuck at 10-star. However, she really felt that it was too difficult to advance to the Absolute Void stage. Although she could improve by killing monsters, she felt that she had to kill a lot more. She might not be able to improve even if she spent 3 months or half a year in the demonic beast domain. That was true. The gap between the realms was too big. Advancing to the Absolute Void stage was considered a top-notch expert. How could it be so easy to advance? Even for top-notch martial artists, it was not easy. Even for Lin Xian, if he did not absorb the myriad evil thunder, he would not be able to advance to the Absolute Void stage before going to the God's Awakening door. I encountered some opportunities on the way here. Feng Ling was speechless. You can encounter opportunities even by flying here? She was stunned. Wu Yuhan nodded. I'm convinced. Did God not allow her to defeat this bastard Lin Xian in this lifetime? Lin Xian smiled and walked over with an ice cream cone. Here. Lin Xian smiled and passed one to Wu Yuhan. Thank you. Here. Lin Xian passed one to Feng Ling. Feng Ling took it. This is 10 yuan for you. Lin Xian said suddenly. Feng Ling was speechless. Damn it. Pa. She took out a 10 yuan note and slapped it on Lin Xian's shoulder. Then, she walked forward with Wu Yuhan. Lin Xian smiled. He did not feel anything special in the Feng family. Using his Eye of Cave Spirit, he did sense some spiritual energy. However, it was normal for such a big family to have some treasures. He felt that Feng Qingyang was not special. He was quite amiable. However, Lin Xian could not see through him. He did not know if he was faking it or not. He could only see if he could find out more from Feng Ling. Feng Ling was indeed a very upright person. Chapter 14:10. Lin Xian caught up with the two girls. Where are you going to play? Feng Ling then asked. Although she was unwilling, she had not come out to play for a long time. It was okay to come out and relax. However, if it was only Lin Xian alone, she would rather die than come out. However, with Wu Yuhan, she could still come out. Wu Yuhan was also someone she felt was powerful. She liked this kind of person very much. It was just that she did not know how to get along with her. You are the landlord. Bring us out to play. How would we know if there is anything fun? Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders and said, All right, there is a very big paradise there called Rift Valley. You can fly there. Lin Xian. Is your brain okay? We can fly. Why do you want to play that? Feng Ling. Bastard. Then let's go eat and watch a movie. Boring. Then go to hell. Feng Ling gritted her teeth and said, Is there any exciting place? Lin Xian asked. Exciting place? Feng Ling thought for a while. Beast domain? She glanced at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. I am tired of that kind of place. Lin Xian. Then what are you referring to? Forget it, nothing. Let's go eat. I am hungry too. Lin Xian felt that it was too abrupt to say it directly at this time. Feng Ling was not a fool. Where are we going to eat? Here. Lin Xian pointed to a very big and luxurious place. At a glance, one could tell that it was a 5-star hotel. Feng Ling. Bastard. Hey. Feng Ling said. Wow. Aren't you the landlord? You are treating. I can treat, but I will not treat you. Feng Ling said. All right, I will tell your dad now. I have added him as a friend. Lin Xian then took out his phone. Feng Ling. Wu Yuhan shook her head helplessly. Based on her understanding of Lin Xian, this Lin Xian definitely wanted to bang Feng Ling's stinky hooligan. Scumbag, scumbag. 2A. You. Wind chimes pointed at Lin Xian and gritted her teeth. Umph. She snorted coldly and said, Fine, I'll treat you. How shameless. La, I'm just shameless. If I was shameless, how could I get such a beautiful girl? Lin Xian then hugged Wu Yuhan's waist and said smugly. Umph. Feng Ling snorted and walked towards the hotel. Welcome. Feng Ling was very famous in Fengdu, but she rarely went out to play. Her only form of entertainment was watching dramas. She would rather go to the beast territory to farm monsters than watch movies or go shopping. She rarely went out, and even if she did go out, she would go with Feng Qingyu. It was meaningless to drag him along. She was a bit similar to Morongyu. They had a great pursuit of power. Therefore, some of the famous people here couldn't recognize Feng Ling. Give me a private room. Feng Ling said. I'm sorry, miss. We have too many people tonight. Only the main hall is empty. The private rooms are full. Feng Ling frowned. Then the main hall. Lin Xian walked over and said. Many people's eyes were locked on Feng Ling and Wu Yuhan. These two women were really beautiful. The man was a bit ordinary, but how could an ordinary man come out with such beautiful women? Okay. Please have a seat. Lin Xian sat down and picked up the menu. 1982 Lafite. 3 bottles. Cough cough. Feng Ling had just taken a sip of tea and almost spat it out. It wasn't that she didn't have money, but this bastard Lin Xian was deliberately cheating her. Damn it. How annoying. Wu Yuhan was helpless. Who asked Feng Ling to meet such a scoundrel? The boss's eyes lit up. She was indeed beautiful and definitely not bad. She was rich. Okay. Half a catty of the best caviar. Feng Ling. Damn it. 3 servings of foie gras. 3 servings of the best steak, 1 2-meter-long lobster, and 50 of the best abalones. After Lin Xian finished speaking, he passed the menu to Wu Yuhan. I'm ready. You can order. Wu Yuhan shook her head. I don't need it. Here, what about you? Feng Ling gritted her teeth and took the menu. She glanced at it and said, I'll have a steak. Okay. Please wait a moment. Feng Ling drank her tea and stared at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. She really wanted to beat him up. If I go to Lin and City in the future, you should be a good host, right? Feng Ling asked. Lin Xian. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Of course. Since Miss Feng is so generous today, I'll definitely treat Miss Feng well. Feng Ling nodded. Okay, I'll go to Lin and City in a while. I heard that heavenly concubine Zi Qiwei and the others are there too. I'll go and have some fun. There was no other reason for her to go there. It was purely to slaughter Lin Xian. She was willing to go there just to slaughter Lin Xian. Bastard. He actually dared to slaughter her. Just you wait. At that time, she would be 10 times more ruthless than now. At that time, several people came down from upstairs. Brother, it's Feng Ling. Chu Feng said. Chu He swept his gaze over and saw Feng Ling. He liked Feng Ling. It was just that he had never expressed it. However, he really liked this girl. Especially after spending half a month with her in the last round of the Heaven Martial Assembly, he thoroughly saw the valiant and formidable side of this girl. He liked this type of woman. Lin Xian. However, when he glanced over, he saw Lin Xian. This made him really puzzled. Weren't Lin Xian and Feng Ling sworn enemies? Why were they sitting together and eating now? He also recognized Wu Yuhan, who was beside them. She was one of the top 10, Lin Xian's team. Strange. It's Lin Xian? Why is he here? Chu Feng also furrowed his brows. He also had some conflicts with Lin Xian. Then, Chu He walked over. Young Master Lin, why didn't you say anything before coming to the Wind Country? Chu He smiled as he looked at Lin Xian and said. Lin Xian also saw Chu He, lightly smiled, and said, I came to play. I also wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how to contact you. Ha ha ha, yes. I forgot to leave it for young Master Lin. Chu He smiled, looked at Feng Ling, and said, You are. Feng Ling quickly said, Can't you tell? Let's eat. She was currently in a very bad mood, so her attitude was not very friendly. Chu He smiled and said, Young Master Lin came to play with Feng Ling? Lin Xian smiled and said, You can say that. Then can I sit here? I still have a lot of things to talk about with Feng Ling, young Master Lin, and Lady Wu. Coincidentally, we are all going to the God's Awakening door, so there shouldn't be anything bad about interacting with each other. Chu He smiled and said. Lin Xian smiled and said, No need. I have some things to talk about with Feng Ling. It's a bit awkward for young Master Chu to sit here. Next time, I'll invite young Master Chu. Chu He smiled and nodded, then walked away. Chapter 14:11. Lin Xian felt that it was quite interesting. He did not have any relationship with Chu He. During the Sky Martial Assembly, they had only met a few times and had never spoken to each other. If Chu He really wanted to get to know him, why would he need to sit here and have a meal with him? He could have done it when the Qianwu conference ended. Therefore, it should be because of other reasons. It could be because of Feng Ling. Although Feng Ling had a bad temper, she was indeed beautiful. He probably liked Feng Ling. That was also possible. No matter what the reason was, the Chu family might be the ones who attacked the Wu family. Lin Xian could not let him sit here. Wu Yuhan would not be happy. He likes you. Lin Xian asked Feng Ling when Chimes stopped cutting the steak. There are many people who like me. Who does he think he is? Lin Xian. Has he confessed to you? Wu Yuhan asked. Why are you asking this? Nothing. I'm just asking. At this moment, 3 bottles of 1982 Lafite were served. Just as Feng Ling was about to open them to sober up and drink, Lin Xian stretched out his hand and put the 3 bottles into his spatial ring at lightning speed. Feng Ling. What are you doing? I'm bringing it back for my wives to drink. Lin Xian said. Feng Ling. I bought it. It's my treat. Yes, you're treating me. I can take it away, right? Feng Ling. This person was shameless. Too infuriating. Just you wait. Feng Ling gritted her teeth and vented her anger on the steak in front of her. Wu Yuhan shook her head helplessly. This Lin Xian was definitely a scumbag who liked to bully girls. Hey, let's go out for a walk after eating? Lin Xian asked. No. Get out of here after eating. I'm going home. Feng Ling said angrily. I'll go out and spar with you. Upon hearing Lin Xian's words, she paused in the middle of cutting the steak. All right. Lin Xian was speechless. Why did this woman like to fight so much? Actually, she didn't like to fight. She just liked to fight with Lin Xian. She was very unhappy with Lin Xian and wanted to beat Lin Xian up. Although she had been defeated by Lin Xian several times and was actually convinced in her heart, she was still unhappy. She thought that she would definitely be able to defeat Lin Xian. She would definitely be able to defeat him and then trample him under her feet. Trample, trample, trample. However, that would require a chance to fight Lin Xian, right? When the time comes, I'll suppress my cultivation to your level and fight with you. Humph. No need. Feng Ling said proudly. Although she knew that if Lin Xian did not suppress it and use the great virtual realm to fight with her, she would definitely lose. However, she was arrogant. What could she do? No need. You are definitely not my opponent, Lin Xian said with a smile. Why did he want to fight with Feng Ling? It was to lead the topic to Wu Yuhan's Wu family. Then you will lose miserably. Let me tell you, I am no longer the same as I was half a month ago. Feng Ling said. Oh. Lin Xian's lips curled. You seem very powerful. Get lost, silly. After the meal, they walked out. Where are we going to fight? Windling then asked straightforwardly. When Lin Xian said that he wanted to spar with her, she was no longer in the mood to eat. Whatever. However, we have to find a place in the suburbs where there is no one. I know where to go, Feng Ling said. Lin Xian smiled and said, whatever. I will release the space attribute casually. We will fight wherever we go. Let's go to the suburbs. Wu Yuhan glanced at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. She could roughly guess what Lin Xian was thinking. Alright. Whoosh. In the next instant, Lin Xian released the space attribute and the three of them disappeared on the spot. When they disappeared, Chu He walked out from the dark. What are they doing? Chu He frowned. He found it extremely strange that Lin Xian and Feng Ling suddenly walked together. They even released the space attribute and disappeared on the spot. What were they trying to do? Shouldn't Feng Ling hate Lin Xian a lot? In fact, it was not to the extent of hatred. She was just unhappy. As long as Lin Xian beat her up, she would definitely feel great. However, Chu He did not know where they were going. He only felt that Lin Xian did not come here for a simple reason. He was definitely not here purely for a vacation. On the other side, Lin Xian and the other two appeared directly near the Wu family's old site. But from the looks of it, Lin Xian had just randomly come here. Feng Ling glanced at it and frowned slightly. You're really unlucky. Feng Ling couldn't take it anymore and stomped hard on Lin Xian's foot. Lin Xian, what's wrong? Lin Xian pretended not to understand and asked. Feng Ling's beautiful eyes glanced at the huge Wu family's old site in the distance. Lin Xian then pointed and asked, who owns such a huge manor over there? It looks like it has been there for many years. Was it abandoned? Wu Yuhan bit her red lips slightly. Feng Ling nodded. It used to be the Wu family of Fengdu. However, they were massacred overnight many years ago. Lin Xian frowned slightly. Why? Lin Xian asked curiously. How would I know? For something like the extermination of a family, it's either because of deep hatred or a conflict of interest. Perhaps some treasure of the Wu family was discovered. Feng Ling looked into the distance and said. Lin Xian was still thinking that he could get some information from Feng Ling. It seemed like she really did not know much. However, she spoke very sincerely and did not evade the question at all. Lin Xian felt that she should be completely unaware. Even if the Feng family was involved, she should be completely unaware. However, Feng Ling pondered for a moment and said, I came here once some time ago. Why did you come here? Lin Xian asked curiously. Such a big clan disappeared just like that. After so many years, there were no clues at all. There were even rumors that it was done by demons and evil spirits. This young lady didn't believe it. That night, I went in alone to see if I could find anything. Guess what I found? Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan's eyes lit up. What? Not long after I went there, the Wu family welcomed another group of people. There were only 4 people in this group. I hid in the dark. They seemed to be looking for something very carefully. As for their identity, I don't know at all. They only said one sentence, or maybe I only heard one sentence. They said that they had come here to search more than 20 times, but they found nothing. They don't know what the higher-ups want them to do. Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan looked at each other. Feng Ling said, "Therefore, I basically concluded that those people were likely the ones who did it back then. Or rather, it was their faction. And they were really looking for something in the Wu family." Chapter 14:12. Although what Feng Ling heard did not directly reveal anything, if one was careful, one would realize that this sentence had indirectly revealed something. It could not be said that they were definitely the culprits back then, but De Ji led them or their forces to take action. Feng Ling then said, "But I didn't dare to take action. After that, they left." "What happened after that?" Lin Xian asked. "After that? Nothing happened after that. I didn't go there either. I was just a little curious. After that, I searched there and found nothing, so I left." Feng Ling said. "Hey, why are you asking about this?" She looked at Lin Xian. "Didn't you say it here?" "Then my curiosity was piqued, so I asked in passing," Lin Xian said. "They fought. They stopped fighting." Lin Xian shook his head. Feng Ling was speechless. "You." She gritted her teeth and pointed at him. "Die. Bastard." Feng Ling was extremely displeased as she rushed over and attacked Lin Xian. Lin Xian's lips curled. Space lock. Space jump. Then, wind chimes had been sealed, and Lin Xian had escaped with Wu Yuhan. "Bastard." Feng Ling clenched her fists and scolded him. This Lin Xian cheated her feelings and lied to her that they were going to spar. When they came, he threw her away and ran away with his men. "Bastard. Don't let me find you." After a while, Feng Ling broke through Lin Xian's space lock and returned home angrily. Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan were in a small forest not far away. This trip was not in vain. "I got some important news from Feng Ling," Lin Xian said. Wu Yuhan hesitated. "Lin Xian, although I can't be sure, my intuition tells me that the person Feng Ling saw is the culprit. He might just be one of the culprits, but they should be. Of course, this is just my guess. I think so too. After so many years, they still haven't stopped searching. I'm really curious about what they are looking for." Lin Xian pondered for a moment. Wu Yuhan shook her head. "I don't remember at all. What should we do now?" Wu Yuhan asked. "Let's go to the Wu family's old site. Even if we don't find anything, if those people are still searching, we will have the chance to meet them. After that, it should be much easier." Lin Xian was also glad that the hot-tempered wind chimes had held back and not attacked him. "Okay." Lin Xian looked at the sky and concealed himself with Wu Yuhan. He then sped towards the Wu family's old residence. The old site was a complete mess. There were spider webs everywhere and weeds were growing everywhere. When the chilly wind blew, it made people feel a little scared. "Did your father never leave you anything?" Lin Xian asked. "I really don't remember anything." Wu Yuhan shook her head. Her beautiful eyes swept across the familiar yet strange place, the place that carried all her sad memories. "Don't worry, I'm here." Lin Xian. Wu Yuhan glanced at Lin Xian. To be honest, such a simple sentence would really give a girl a sense of security. Wu Yuhan nodded. "Eye of Cave Spirit." Lin Xian was slightly confident. The reason he came here to help her was because of this Eye of Cave Spirit. In Lin Xian's opinion, as the head of the family, he must have obtained something very powerful and terrifying. It was so powerful that some forces were still searching for it after so many years. With his intelligence, would he really not have a backup plan? No matter how slim the chance was, he would definitely have a backup plan. Opening the Eye of Cave Spirit, Lin Xian saw the direction where a wisp of heaven and earth spiritual energy was flowing. "Follow me." Lin Xian held her hand and walked forward. Soon, they arrived at what should have been a back garden. There was a rockery here, but too much time had passed and the place was overgrown with weeds. Some of the rocks on the rockery had fallen in all directions and were covered with spider webs. Wu Yuhan's beautiful eyes looked here. She remembered that when she was young, she liked to play with Wu Yunuo and her family members in this very beautiful back garden. Lin Xian's eye of cave spirit could see that there was a wisp of spiritual energy seeping out from the rockery. Such a faint wisp of heaven and earth spiritual energy would not be discovered by anyone. Even if those people were searching, why would they dig 3 feet into the ground? The entire manor was so big, where would they have the time to dig 3 feet into the ground? Moreover, they did not know if the item was still in the Wu family. In fact, after so many years, those people probably did not have any expectations, right? Therefore, there were some details that they did not discover, or perhaps they did not think of. Lin Xian could see that the rockery was actually quite thin. Many of the rocks on the rockery had been dug up. Perhaps they thought that the item would be placed in the rocks? What exactly was it? It might be something that was not very big. It was just that they did not think that the item could be under the rockery, at the bottom of the pool. What's wrong? Wu Yuhan asked. Do you have any recollection of what's under the rockery? Lin Xian asked. Rockery. Wu Yuhan frowned. Then she shook her head. I don't remember. There might be something under the rockery, Lin Xian said. Wu Yuhan, how do you know? Just trust me. Lin Xian then released his power and the entire rockery was destroyed. However, nothing appeared. It should be below. Lin Xian walked over and lifted all the porcelain plates of the pool under the rockery. All of the porcelain plates were lifted, revealing stone slabs underneath. There were special patterns on the stone slabs. Wu Yuhan saw this and her beautiful eyes suddenly focused. This is... She hurriedly took a step forward. This is the Wu family's mark. She looked at Lin Xian in shock. Was it really below? It looks like a special spiritual power mechanism. Lin Xian. Yes, the Wu family's special technique can be activated with the blood of the Wu family. My father taught me before. Wu Yuhan waved her hand and blood flowed out. Then, she floated in mid-air and her spiritual power surged. Whoosh! At this moment, the mark seemed to be triggered. Wu Yuhan's blood flew in and a faint light shone in the distance. It's there. Let's go. Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan walked over. The light shone out a spatial portal. It was really protected everywhere. Under the rockery, even if it was discovered, only the Wu family members could open it. Let's go in. Lin Xian said. Come with me. This was the first time Wu Yuhan said this to Lin Xian. Okay, I'll go with you. Lin Xian then held her hand and stepped into the portal. At the same time, the light disappeared and so did the portal. Chapter 14:13. Lin Xian didn't know where this teleportation array led to. When the light flashed, they appeared in a... How should he put it? It was like a secret tunnel that was dug underground. However, Lin Xian was sure that this wasn't the Wu family's underground. No one would be so stupid as to hide their secret under their own residence. Technology was so advanced now. Whether there was a hole underground could be detected with some equipment. That was why the Wu family's courtyard didn't have any traces of being dug up after so many years. They must have used equipment to check. It was just like the place that was just opened. Unless you dug it up, the equipment wouldn't be able to detect it. There wasn't a hole there, it was just a pattern. Even if they found it, it would be useless. Without Wu Yuhan, who had the Wu family's bloodline, they wouldn't be able to activate this teleportation array. This place... Wu Yuhan opened her beautiful eyes and glanced around. Don't you feel a sense of familiarity? Wu Yuhan clutched her chest. I've never felt it before. However, the aura in the air gives me a sense of familiarity. Wu Yuhan looked at Lin Xian and said. That's right. This is definitely something that your father left for you. Or rather, this belongs to your Wu family. Let's go and see what it is. They walked along the secret tunnel. The closer they got, the more they could feel the surging spiritual power of heaven and earth. When they arrived at a secret chamber, the two of them were attracted by a black mist in front of them. What's this? Lin Xian was stunned. The black mist was constantly releasing spiritual power of heaven and earth. It had probably been here for decades. Moreover, the spiritual power of heaven and earth wasn't low. Could this be the dark mist? Wu Yuhan's mouth opened slightly. What's the dark mist? Lin Xian scratched his head. Wu Yuhan looked at Lin Xian and said, in this world, metal, wood, water, fire, earth, wind, thunder, light, darkness, ice, time, and space. These attributes all possess the power of some heaven and earth phase. However, there are very few heaven and earth phase that possess time and space. You should know that. Lin Xian nodded. Indeed. As for the power of darkness, its rarity isn't inferior to that of time and space. The fog of darkness is something that only exists in legends. To put it simply, it's the power of one of the 12 demon gods. Lin Xian. The power of one of the 12 demon gods? Lin Xian opened his mouth. Wu Yuhan nodded. Yes, when I was young, I saw my father writing something. I remember that I seemed to have asked him something, and he vaguely said this. What's the effect? Wu Yuhan said, by releasing this power, you can even condense a fog that can envelop an entire city. Because of the fog, the day can turn into night. The fog of darkness can absorb all life forms it comes into contact with. Simply put, no life forms can survive where the fog of darkness covers. Lin Xian. As expected, the strength of these 12 demon gods was truly more exaggerated than the other. The powers of the 12 demon gods are all called the most powerful. For example, the 10,000 demonic lightning is known as the most powerful destructive power. As for this fog of darkness, it should be known as the most powerful AoE destructive power, right? Wu Yuhan said. Indeed, if such a thing were to be leaked, it would be worth it. Some people would not give up even after decades, Lin Xian said. Wu Yuhan then took a step forward. There was an envelope covered in dust on the table. Whoosh! Wu Yuhan blew on it and opened the envelope. Lin Xian walked over and hugged her shoulders. This letter was left behind by Wu Yuhan's father for her and Wu Yunuo. Perhaps they had already expected this. They only said that Wu Yunuo's luck was not too good. However, they also expected that as long as either Wu Yunuo or Wu Yuhan was alive, both of them would be able to survive. How could her parents not know about their daughter's situation? The general content of this letter was about the origin of this thing. The fog of darkness was something that her father had accidentally obtained during an experience. At that time, he had obtained the fog of darkness along with a friend of his. Actually, they could not be considered friends, but companions. They had discovered that there were actually 2 balls of fog of darkness in that place. They did not know if it had originally been 1 ball or if it had split into 2 during this period of time. If it was the power of the fog, it was possible that it had split. Each of them had absorbed 1 ball and obtained a large amount of power. The letter also said that after he returned home, he spent half a month continuously investigating and finally found out what it was. He felt a little worried, so he drew this power out and placed it here. However, he had always been worried that although he had not been exposed, there was another person. He was sure that he was here, but on the other side, therefore, he had always been worried. As expected, the unknown still came. However, everything was very quiet when he wrote this letter. This was written before everything had happened. It was only written to express his worries. Then, this fog of darkness was indeed the power of the 12 demon gods. He told Wu Yuhan about the fog of darkness. Therefore, your father told you because he wanted to give you a choice to absorb it or not. Wu Yuhan looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. What do you think? I think I should absorb it. I also have the power of the 12 demon gods in my body, but I never felt that there was anything wrong with it. The power of the 12 demon gods is actually just power. They are called demon gods because they are evil themselves. They use this power to harm the common people, so they are called the 12 demon gods. At the same time, these 12 powers are also considered evil by everyone. Lin Xian said. Wu Yuhan bit her lips. Then, I'll absorb it. Absorb it. You should be able to advance to the absolute void stage. I'll protect you. After absorbing it, I'll use the space to bring you to a place further away to advance. Okay. Then Wu Yuhan sat there. Lin Xian stood there and muttered to himself. In other words, I found 3 of the 12 demon gods' powers that silly Zhao Mengyue had been searching for? That's not right. According to the letter, there are actually 2 of these powers. It might be because the companion of Wu Yuhan's father leaked it, which led to the annihilation of the Wu family. Lin Xian muttered to himself. I don't know how strong little fairy is now. We'll meet them sooner or later. Lin Xian sighed. However, this was not the end of the matter. They had found the reason, but they still did not know the culprit. Her father's companion was probably long dead. Not long after, Wu Yuhan finished absorbing the fog of darkness. This fog of darkness might not be as violent as the 10,000 evil lightning bolts. A wave of spiritual energy condensed in her body. I'm going to advance. Chapter 14:14. Lin Xian released the space attribute and brought Wu Yuhan to a place hundreds of kilometers away. With his virtuous stage cultivation, Lin Xian could do more than hundreds of kilometers. Of course, it also depended on the number of people. This was the difference between the virtuous stage and the heavenly venerable stage. At the 10th order heavenly venerable stage, Lin Xian could only jump tens of kilometers. At the virtuous stage, he could jump hundreds of kilometers. Above the void, thunderclouds gathered. Wu Yuhan was advancing to the virtuous stage. There shouldn't be too much of a problem. Lin Xian wasn't too worried. About half an hour later, Wu Yuhan withstood the last thunderbolt. Her aura rose and she advanced to the virtuous stage. Lin Xian walked over and pinched her cheeks with a smile. Then, he released the power of the law of creation and healed her injuries. Congratulations. Wu Yuhan shook her head. I have to thank you. It's getting late. Let's get a room to rest. Wu Yuhan, She didn't say anything and just replied with a soft After a fierce battle, Wu Yuhan snuggled in Lin Xian's arms. Lin Xian happily took out a cigarette and started smoking. Lin Xian, Wu Yuhan glanced at Lin Xian and asked, how should we investigate the culprit? Lin Xian sighed. It's a little difficult. But don't worry, there's always a way. We just lack clues. The only clue is that my sister saw someone using the Chu family's movement technique. But, Lin Xian muttered to himself, although I think there's a high chance that it's the Chu family, it's just a guess. If we go over now, we'll alert them. We still lack an important opportunity, Lin Xian said. Wu Yuhan nodded. Actually, it would be good if we could find the people who went there to search at night and get some information from them. But who knows when they'll go there again? They've been searching for 20 years. They're probably tired of it. Once a year? Lin Xian. I don't know. Don't worry. You've already gotten the most important thing. We'll just treat it as a vacation for a few days. There will always be a chance. If it doesn't work, we'll have to use the last resort. Wu Yuhan looked at Lin Xian in confusion. What last resort? Lin Xian's hand reached into her pajamas. Wu Yuhan was speechless. Take it out. I'm not taking it, I'm not taking it. If you pull my hand away, I'll use force. Wu Yuhan was speechless. Bastard. Lin Xian smiled and said, the worst plan is to lure them out. Wu Yuhan roughly understood what Lin Xian meant. They must be here for the fog of darkness, but they didn't know where the fog of darkness was. The worst thing to do was to release the power of the fog of darkness. That way, when they saw it, they would come over. This way, everyone would know. But why did he say that it was the worst plan? The reason was simple. No one knew who they were, how strong they were, and how high their realms were. It was even possible that a group of people came, but there were still others. What if the others didn't see it and didn't come? Then, wouldn't there still be people out there? They might not even be able to find them in this lifetime. This wasn't what Lin Xian wanted to see. But if it really didn't work, this was the only way. This was better than alerting the enemy by going to the Chu clan, right? There's no hurry. I've waited for so many years. There's no need to rush. All right. Lin Xian nodded. But it's not like we can't go to the Chu family. Lin Xian said, forget it. I'll think about it again. How about we go out and have fun tomorrow? Sure. The next day, Lin Xian left the hotel with Wu Yuhan. Daughter, how was your play with Lin Xian yesterday? In the Feng family, Feng Qingyang asked with a smile. Don't mention it. That Lin Xian is a bastard. I spent 800,000 yuan yesterday and he ate it all with one meal. Feng Ling was furious when she thought of this. How hateful. The more he acts like this, the more it proves that in his heart, you're a friend. Friend? Come on. What kind of friend is that? Feng Ling shook her head. Bad friends. Friends are supposed to set each other up. The other party is unhappy but can't do anything about it. Isn't that a very good friendship? Feng Qingyang said with a smile. That's right. Just like how you trick me and Xiao Yu all the time. Tell me, if he doesn't treat someone as a friend, why would he dare to trick someone? Feng Qinghao said with a smile. Feng Ling, did he really think of her as a very good friend, and that was why he was acting like this? No. Come on. He's just trying to trick me. Feng Ling said. Ha, you'll know when you get to know each other. I'll go to Lin and City soon. I'll trick him to death. Feng Ling said with gritted teeth. Suddenly, she thought of something and asked, Dad, what do you think happened to the Wu family? Why was the family annihilated? Feng Qingyang lit up a cigarette and said, they must have provoked an enemy, or they must have discovered something, which led to a fatal disaster. I've been to the Wu family's old site. I even hid in the dark and saw someone rummaging through the Wu family's house. So, I can rule out the former. The Wu family must have something that caused them to be killed, right? Feng Qingyang's pupils shrank and he quickly said, I can't go there anymore. If you're discovered, you'll definitely die. Do you understand? Feng Ling looked at Feng Qingyang with her beautiful eyes. Dad, do you know something? Feng Qingyang stood up and said, I don't know. What I mean is that the Feng family can't afford to offend someone who can make the Wu family disappear without a trace. However, if you're discovered there alone, you'll be in danger. So, don't go there. Oh, I understand. At this moment, her phone rang. She glanced at it. Oh. Little sister, this nickname is bastard, scum, beast, and scum. Is it Lin Xian? Feng Qinghao could not help but laugh when he saw Feng Ling's nickname. It's none of your business. Feng Ling rolled her eyes. Then, she glanced at the message. He wants to go out with you again? Take him out and have some fun. There's a big amusement park event in Feng City tonight. We're all planning to go and have some fun. You guys should go too. I'm too lazy to go, Feng Ling mumbled. However, he came all the way here to have fun. If you don't go with his personality, he might say that Feng Ling from the Feng family has a bad character and doesn't know the ways of the world. I bet those people will criticize you behind your back, Feng Qinghao said with a smile. Feng Ling was speechless. Yes. I hate people who talk behind their backs the most. I'll go then. Chapter 14-15. In fact, Feng Ling's original intention was to go out. Regardless of whether she wanted to go out to play with Lin Xian or whatever, she only needed a reason. She did not know the reason and she could not find it. Therefore, she could not go out. That's right, this was the common problem of arrogant women. Now that Feng Qingyang and Feng Qinghao had found a reason for her to go out, of course, she would go out happily. Father, do you really know something about the Wu clan? Feng Qinghao asked. Feng Qingyang frowned. Sigh. Indeed, I do know something about the Wu clan, but... Feng Qingyang lit a cigarette and took a puff. The fewer people who know about this, the better. If more people know about this, death is inevitable. Feng Qingyang said. I think if Ling Ling starts to care about this matter, she may be in danger. Even if she doesn't know anything, if she frequently appears at the Wu family's old site and is seen by some people, then it's really... Feng Qinghao said worriedly. Sigh. This girl, she really has been making me worry since she was young. Those who knew Feng Ling would know that the more you did not want her to do something, the more curious she would be. She would definitely do it. Feng Qingyang continued, what I know is who annihilated the Wu clan back then. Perhaps, I only know one of the reasons. As for the reason, it should be because of a very valuable heaven and earth spiritual treasure. However, what's the point of knowing that? Feng Qinghao nodded. That's true. Our Feng clan can't possibly avenge the Wu clan, right? The Feng clan and the Wu clan don't have any relations. If there's any, it's probably just business. Feng Qinghao shook his head helplessly. It's a little sad when you think about it. The Wu clan was annihilated and no one could avenge them. They could only leave it unsettled. Don't mention it to anyone, including Ling Ling. Feng Qingyang patted him on the shoulder and stood up. Understood, Father. Obviously, they did not know that there was a survivor from the Wu clan. To those people, almost everyone, there should be no survivors in the Wu clan, right? Unless they went very, very deep to investigate, but they had all been destroyed. Who would go very deep to investigate some information? To any of them, it didn't matter if the Wu family still had people or not. Wu Yuhan's father had obtained the fog of darkness. In fact, he could have just handed it over. However, he happened to know that it was the fog of darkness. Either he didn't want it, or he couldn't give it to those evil people. On the other side, Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan had just finished their breakfast. Why are you eating such good food for breakfast? Wu Yuhan really felt that Lin Xian was a prodigal. They felt like they had eaten hundreds of thousands of yuan for breakfast. This Lin Xian didn't care about money at all. It was fine that he was rich, but if he developed such a habit, it wouldn't be a good thing. Lin Xian smiled and said, It's fine. Waiter, give us another serving of what we just ate. Are you still not full? Lin Xian grinned. You'll know soon enough. After a while, Wind Chimes walked in. Here, here. Lin Xian greeted Windling with a smile. Wind Chimes glanced at him and walked over. I'm here to prevent some people from criticizing me and saying that I don't have any manners. Otherwise, I wouldn't be bothered to come over. Understand? As Wind Chime spoke, she sat beside Wu Yuhan. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Yes, yes, yes. You haven't eaten breakfast, right? I'll order it for you. Wind Chimes glanced at it and then glanced at Lin Xian. You're quite considerate. Of course. I guess that you had just woken up early in the morning. At most, you had just finished washing up. Humph. Wind Chimes then snorted and lowered her head to eat her expensive breakfast. After a while, a waiter walked over. Sir, your bill. Lin Xian smiled and pointed at Wind Chimes. Give it to her. Miss, your bill. Wind Chimes was speechless. She paused in the middle of drinking. Then, she gritted her teeth. She knew it. She knew it. How could this Lin Xian be so kind as to treat her to breakfast? And it was so expensive. So that was the case. He wanted her to pay the bill. Bastard. If he wasn't a bastard, then what was? It wasn't like he didn't have money. He just wanted to bully her. Thud. Wind chimes slapped a card on the table. Lin Xian, I'll remember you. She gritted her teeth and looked at Lin Xian as she said, "Ha ha ha, you're the host and I'm the guest. We agreed yesterday, right? When you go to Lin and City, I'll be the host and you're the guest. I'll treat you too." Humph. Wind chimes wiped her mouth. "Where are we going to play?" Wind chimes asked. "Just play casually. It was too late last night. Let's have a good day today and relax. It's rare to be able to relax." Wind chimes nodded. Indeed, she also wanted to have some fun. Then they walked out. He was watching them in the dark. In fact, when Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan came out, the people he sent were already secretly watching them. He wanted to see what this Lin Xian wanted to do. Did he really just come here for a vacation? Why didn't he believe it? Then, wind chimes came. He really hated it to death. This Lin Xian, there were a lot of beautiful women around him, right? Even if they weren't his girlfriend, at least the one beside him must be his girlfriend, right? With such a beautiful girlfriend, why did you come here to find wind chimes? The world was so big and there were so many fun places. Why did you have to come to Feng Country and Feng City? And then he watched as Lin Xian brought those two beautiful women and played in Feng City for an entire day. It was really purely for fun. However, if you had something to do with wind chimes, he could still accept it. But if you really just played for a day, he really couldn't accept it. The woman he liked had never played with him, but she kept playing with this Lin Xian. Even the money was paid by wind chimes. He couldn't stand it. He decided to do something. "Lin Xian, since you're heartless, then don't blame me for being unrighteous." He's eyes narrowed. At this moment, his phone rang. He glanced at it and then answered the call. "What's the matter?" He asked faintly. "Ha ha ha, young Master Chu, it's nothing. I just called to ask about you." A familiar voice came from the other side. "Duan Ling Xiao. Young Master Duan, if you have something to say, just say it. There's nothing to hide between us." He said. "All right, do you have anyone around you?" "My own people." He said. Duan Ling Xiao hesitated and said, "It's like this. I heard that Lin Xian came to Feng City." Chapter 14-16. Many people were concerned about Lin Xian's whereabouts. Perhaps it was to protect him, or perhaps it was to kill him. He then asked, "Yes, I've been here for 2 days. What's the matter?" "I need young Master Chu to do something for me. After it's done," Duan Ling Xiao said a series of words. He frowned. To be honest, he was tempted by Duan Ling Xiao's words. After all, Duan Ling Xiao's position was much higher than his. The things he could offer were definitely the best. Moreover, he was going to do it anyway. "If I'm not mistaken, what you want me to do is to kill Lin Xian, right?" Duan Ling Xiao asked calmly. Actually, this was what he wanted to do anyway. When Duan Ling Xiao said this and gave him something that tempted him, he felt that this was the will of the heavens. That's right. Young Master Chu's Chu family is a famous family of assassins. For the Chu family, killing a person should be easier than any other family or power. You have the best experience. Although Lin Xian is difficult to kill and he's strong, it's different from the Sky Martial Conference. In the Sky Martial Conference, the 7 of them were strong. But now, there are only 2 of them. Duan Ling Xiao said. "Are you thinking that you can enter the top 10 after killing him?" He said. That's right. This was Duan Ling Xiao's idea. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. First, he could kill Lin Xian. Second, he was in the top 11. The God's Awakening door required 10 people. Once Lin Xian died, he would be in the top 10 and could enter the God's Awakening door. Actually, killing Lin Xian wasn't the best choice because Lin Xian was the strongest. There were many people in the top 10 who were weaker than Lin Xian. For example, Wang Xintong. However, if Wang Xintong died, most people would suspect Duan Ling Xiao because he was the one who benefited the most. However, if Lin Xian died, there might be people who would suspect him, but not that many because Lin Xian had too many enemies. Moreover, he really wanted to kill Lin Xian. Don't worry, I'll definitely work with you in the God's Awakening door. Although no one knows what's inside, you'll need someone to work with. If Lin Xian goes in, he'll have 7 out of 10 people in his team. Zhuge Feng is very close to him. As for Feng Ling, if I'm not wrong, she should be quite close to Lin Xian right now, right? Then tell me, if that's the case, out of 10 people, 9 of them are on the same side, what do you get in the end? No matter how confident you are, you won't be able to compete with 9 people. It had to be said that this was the main point. Lin Xian was indeed powerful, but it shouldn't be that hard to kill him. Previously, Xiao Yun failed because the Xiao family was trash. Moreover, Lin Xian and the other 7 people were together. Everyone's laws and domains were very strong, but it was different now. Lin Xian was alone and without help. Chu He nodded, yes, I can do it, but you have to fulfill your promise to me. Of course, compared to me being able to enter the God's Awakening door and changing my life, those things aren't worth mentioning. All right. I'll find an opportunity to do it. Then, Chu He hung up. Opportunity? Opportunity? How could he find such an opportunity? He definitely couldn't do it in a place with people, but... A place with no people? Why would they go to a place with no people? Wait. Xiao Yun raised his eyebrows. Why couldn't they go to a place with people? His Chu family had the ability to do so. If they did the opposite, they would feel that there were many people, so they could relax their vigilance and be safe, but in reality, that wasn't the case. Now, there was only one condition: they had to go to a place where they could stay for a period of time and be relatively spacious. Only then would they be able to do it. The sky was already dark, and he had been paying attention to the whereabouts of Lin Xian and the others. He had already begun to make arrangements for the people. As for his father and the others, they didn't care, because they knew what kind of person their son was. He did things very carefully and methodically, so there wouldn't be any mistakes under normal circumstances. They only asked a little and found out that their son wanted to kill Lin Xian. How should they put it? They were a little worried. This Lin Xian was after all the first place of the Sky Martial Assembly. But after worrying, it didn't matter. He was indeed the first place of the Sky Martial Assembly, but he was only the first place of his generation. The people who went to kill him weren't from his generation, and they were all at the absolute void stage. Moreover, they were from the Chu family, so they definitely had top-notch assassination techniques. Illusions, formations, and so on, they were all very good at using them, and could create multiple illusions to kill people. How should they put it? For the Chu family, it was definitely a good thing that there was one less person on the continent who was stronger than the future successor of the Chu family. Young master, they went to the Riverside Park. A person walked over and said, "Oh, Riverside Park? Is it the park and amusement park that just opened?" That person nodded. Good chance. Chu He raised his eyebrows. As long as they went to the Riverside Park, they would definitely stay there for a long time. The Riverside Park was very, very big. Although there would be a lot of people when it just opened, because it was too big, there would always be some places where there would be no one. Moreover, it was very spacious, so they would stay there for a long time. The conditions were met. Gather, prepare to ambush at the Riverside Park. Young master, what's our plan? We don't have a plan for now. Let's go there first and see the situation. However, we will definitely take action tonight. Yes. On the other side, Lin Xian and the other 2 arrived at the Riverside Park. There are so many people, so lively. Wu Yuhan glanced at the lights and crowd in front of her. Laughter, all kinds of stalls, all kinds of delicious food, young couples, families with children, and the elderly with their families. It was very lively at night. The park that just opened has an amusement park inside. It's the largest amusement park and park in the entire Feng country. Because it just opened, it's all free. Moreover, it's so big and beautiful. It will definitely be full of people. Feng Ling said. The food and other things are also free? What nonsense are you thinking? Feng Ling then said, all the entertainment facilities inside are free, but although it's good to be free, there are too many people. If you don't line up for a while, you won't be able to play. Then why did you bring me here? Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. Shut up. Feng Ling gritted her teeth. This man was really infuriating. But it's really lively. Let's go in and play, Wu Yuhan said. Indeed, it was rare to be so relaxed. Today they really had a lot of fun. If only they could find out the culprit from that year. Let's go in and play. Then they walked in. Chapter 14-17. In Lin Xian's memory, it had been a long time since he had come to such a place. He could still vaguely remember the happiest period in the past. It was when he was in Tianhua City, when he had just obtained the Adonis system and could cultivate. He was really happy during that period of time. Everyone who should be by his side was by his side. Riverside Park was very beautiful. It was really big. There were even small forests, lakes, and a big river passing through. There were too many attractions to play. The lights were shining, and the laughter of children could be heard everywhere. What do you want to play? Lin Xian smiled and looked at Wu Yuhan. Anything is fine. Wu Yuhan glanced at it. She probably hadn't been to such a place for more than 10 years. Feng Ling was about the same. She might have only been here when she was young. After she grew up, she was completely uninterested in such places. However, weren't all humans like this? When in a special place, in a special environment, with special people around, they might do some special things. Then let's just play casually. There's a haunted house over there. Shall we go there? Boring. Feng Ling rolled her eyes. They were not even afraid of heavenly venerables and great void realm beasts. Why would they go to a haunted house? It was really boring. Lin Xian glanced at Feng Ling. I say, you're silly. According to what you said, aren't roller coasters even more boring? We can walk casually in the air. Isn't the speed faster than roller coasters? Come here and think of yourself as an ordinary person. You. Feng Ling gritted her teeth, but she felt that it was quite reasonable. What about you? Hurry up and get the tickets. Lin Xian glared at Feng Ling. Just you wait. She swore that she would go to Lin and City. When they left, she would go to Lin and City together. She wanted this Lin Xian to feel what despair was. Scamming her of her money? He wanted her to pay, right? When the time came, she would. Then, Feng Ling went to get the tickets unhappily. Because there was a limit to the number of people in the haunted house, the main thing was that there were too many people tonight, so they had to control the number of people. After getting the tickets, they just had to line up. Fortunately, it was late at night, and there were not that many people in the haunted house. Those adults with children would basically not go to the haunted house. Those who went there were mostly bad friends, and couples rarely went there together. The three of them didn't line up for long before they walked in. Young master, they went to the haunted house. At this time, a person spoke into the headset in his ear. At this moment, there was no telling how many members of the Chu family were gathered in the Riverside Park. They were perfectly disguised as ordinary people in the crowd. Even the couple you saw were members of the Chu family. That's right, this Lin Xian was involved in too many things, and Chu he was well aware of it. Therefore, in order to kill him, he had to mobilize such a large force to ensure that he would die. Chu he pondered for a moment. Can we fight inside the haunted house? Actually, it was not a bad choice to fight inside the haunted house. It was extremely dark inside, and there were very few people. Perhaps something that happened would be thought to be the work of a ghost, and the people outside would not know at all. It's possible, but it requires time to prepare. Moreover, Miss Feng is with them, and they all have spatial attributes. It's a little difficult. Chu-hee pondered for a moment. Then we'll act according to plan. Arrange the entire Riverside Park into a formation, wait for them to go to a few places, activate the illusion formation, and take action immediately. Chu-hee said. Yes. On the other side, Lin Xian, Wu Yuhan, and Feng Ling walked in. Needless to say, this haunted house was really a little scary. Feng Ling was originally very brave, but when she came to this place, the atmosphere, the movements, and the sounds in the air would make people unconsciously feel scared. Moreover, to be honest, for martial artists, no matter how scary the demonic beasts were, they were not scary. What was scary? Ghosts. Ghosts had not been proven until now. All the wraiths were actually not considered ghosts, and ghosts were unknown. The unknown was the scariest. Moreover, every child would be instilled with the thought that ghosts were scary from a young age, whether it was by family or television. This kind of influence was subtle and deep-rooted. After entering, Feng Ling and Wu Yuhan shrank their heads and followed beside Lin Xian. It seems quite scary. Lin Xian said. Tisk, what's so scary about this? You're really embarrassing men. Feng Ling clicked her tongue. Ah! Suddenly, a figure appeared beside her, and there was a scream that was quite scary. What was Feng Ling's first reaction? She turned her head to look at the ghost, and then let out a scream that was even louder than the ghost. After screaming for 2 seconds, bang! She smashed the ghost into pieces with a single punch. Lin Xian. Ha ha ha! Lin Xian laughed until his stomach hurt. What the F***ck? What are you laughing at? Feng Ling's face was red as she gritted her teeth and looked at Lin Xian. Bastard! Damn it! Aren't you not afraid? You screamed louder than the ghost just now. Is it Xiao Yuhan? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Feng Ling said stubbornly, Who says I'm scared? I'm not afraid of ghosts at all, but I'm scared because of the voice that suddenly appeared beside me, and not because it's a ghost. Do you understand? If you do that, you'll be scared too. Then, a ghost that was similar to the one Feng Ling had suddenly appeared behind Lin Xian, and it was screaming. Feng Ling subconsciously shrank back, but Lin Xian was indifferent. You! Damn it! Feng Ling was really going to be angered to death by this bastard Lin Xian. Wu Yuhan smiled and said, Actually, if you instill the thought that everything here is fake, then you won't be afraid. Ah! A scream suddenly came from behind her, and Wu Yuhan teleported to the other side of Lin Xian to hide. Wu Yuhan. Ha ha ha! Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. Her pretty face was slightly red. Damn it! Why was she scared of this kind of thing when she wasn't even afraid of virtualized realm beasts? I think you guys don't dare to go deeper. I saw on the poster that this haunted house is the scariest haunted house in the entire phone country. I think you two top experts will be scared. Let's go out and play something else. Who says I'm scared? Go. Feng Ling gritted her teeth and said, Are you sure? I'm not scared. What a proud woman. Okay, go. 20 minutes later, the three of them walked out of the haunted house. I said I'm not scared, right? Feng Ling said. Your face is pale. Lin Xian smiled. That's because I'm white. She wasn't scared at all. And definitely not scared. She was just scared by the voice that suddenly appeared, not scared of ghosts. Let's go and play over there. And Lin Xian's every move was already under the attention of others. Chapter 14:18. Lin Xian and the rest came to a lake. They rowed their boats and looked at the starry sky. After they were done, the roller coasters and the like were no fun. They did not go and play. Instead, they wandered around and enjoyed the beautiful scenery of the park. Soon, they came to a road. There were few lights on this road and it was a little off. There were trees on both sides and a smooth cement road in the middle. There were very few people because there was nothing fun here. Feng Ling, why don't you go to the hotel room with us and play cards with us tonight? Lin Xian said with a smile. Feng Ling. Play cards. She was stunned. No one had ever asked her to play cards in her life. Wu Yuhan. What was Lin Xian trying to do? Asking her to go to the hotel room to play cards? Was he thinking of... Wah! What a beast! Bah! Yes, playing cards is very interesting, Lin Xian said with a smile. Then why should I go to your place? We can go to the coffee shop or my house. Feng Ling said. No, no, no. That's different. Sitting in a circle on the bed in the hotel room, wearing pajamas, and then playing cards. That's a kind of enjoyment. Feng Ling, go to hell. Feng Ling directly kicked Lin Xian. Then, she kept chasing Lin Xian. Lin Xian ran forward. As he ran, Lin Xian suddenly felt that something was not right. He looked back. Where was Feng Ling? That's right. A second ago, she was shouting and chasing after him. Then, she suddenly disappeared. Did the space attribute disappear? No, no. Lin Xian did not feel any fluctuation of spiritual power. Moreover, Feng Ling. Xiao Yuhan. Lin Xian shouted, but there was no response. Pfft. The next moment, Lin Xian sneered. Sigh, as expected, handsome people will be targeted wherever they go. Lin Xian shook his head helplessly. He really didn't expect that someone would make a move on him. He was truly convinced. However, to be honest, no one knew that he was at the Great Void stage. Moreover, he was already at the Great Void stage 3 stars. If they had known, they might have considered whether or not to make a move. There was a high chance that they would not have made a move. However, who would have thought that Lin Xian would advance to the Absolute Void stage in such a short time? As for who it was, Lin Xian had a guess, but he wasn't sure. Xiao Yuhan is already at the Great Void stage. She shouldn't be in any danger. As for Feng Ling, I don't think she's looking for him. Lin Xian knew that these people were looking for him. Come out. Lin Xian replied. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. At this moment, dozens of clowns suddenly fell down from 2 rows of trees with ropes dangling from them. Then, they turned around in mid-air and looked at Lin Xian with sharp eyes. Deliberately mystifying things. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes and activated his Eye of Cave Spirit. He instinctively felt that this should be an illusion. When Lin Xian activated his Eye of Cave Spirit, he saw it. Feng Ling was not far away. She looked very puzzled and kept looking around. She walked around as if she was looking for something. However, she had already seen Lin Xian and the clowns, but she still acted as if she saw nothing and continued to search. She seemed to be shouting something, but her voice could not be heard. Then, Lin Xian looked to the other side. Wu Yuhan was also searching there. The two of them might be 20 meters apart, but they could not see each other. This was a trap that had been prepared in advance. Lin Xian laughed in his heart. Then, he looked at the dozens of clowns surrounding him. Somewhere in the distance, He put his hands in his pockets and looked over with a cold smile. Lin Xian glanced over, and He's brows furrowed. He could see him. Or, he just happened to look at others and his gaze passed by him? It should be the latter. He was all too familiar with this illusion array. Even Feng Ling couldn't break free from it, so how could Lin Xian see him? Even a 10th level absolute virtual stage warrior would not be able to break free from the illusion easily. Little did he know that although the illusion was powerful, Lin Xian's Eye of Cave Spirit was even more powerful. Lin Xian also saw that person. He. Of course, Lin Xian knew He. But he pretended not to see him. It seemed that some things had to be settled tonight. Since He wanted to kill him, Lin Xian did not know the reason and did not want to know. He did not need to know either. He only needed to know that since He wanted to kill him, he would kill him tonight. Lin Xian could not be bothered to talk to these people. Obviously, these people were from the Chu family. Why did they have to be so flashy? Lin Xian glanced around. 23 people, all in the absolute virtual stage. They really thought highly of him, Lin Xian. There were from 1 star to 10 stars of the absolute virtual stage. Of course, there were more of those with lower realms. Go! One of them shouted. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Their silhouettes were extremely fast, worthy of being assassins. However, what happened next? In front of Lin Xian, all the flashy moves were useless. Because Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly. This formation could even restrict the power of space, so they were fully prepared. However, Lin Xian did not even think of running. Activate the domain. Whoosh! In an instant, Lin Xian activated his own domain. Now, Lin Xian, who was at the absolute virtual stage, could lower the opponent's realm by 4 stars with his domain. In other words, even if the 23 people present were at the absolute virtual stage, they would be reduced to 6 stars of the absolute virtual stage. As for Lin Xian, he was at 3 stars of the absolute virtual stage. This gap was very small for Lin Xian. And some directly fell to the heavenly venerable stage. Although you know my laws and have dispatched so many experts, there are 2 points that you may not be very clear about. First, my realm is now at the 3rd level of the absolute virtual stage. Second, you still don't know the effect of my domain. Destruction Law. Lin Xian's eyes narrowed and released the terrifying Destruction Law. Puff puff puff. 23 people, this was their domain. Before they could release their laws, 18 of them instantly vomited blood and fell to the ground. They were either all dead or seriously injured and had completely lost their ability to fight. As for the other 5 people, because their realms were above Lin Xian, the Destruction Law was not very effective. However, Creation Law. Double Strength, Double Spirit. Spatial Lock. Lin Xian directly released the power to seal the space around them. Void Killing Eyes. Blue water droplets appeared in Lin Xian's eyes. Then, he reached out and grabbed them, throwing them over. 5 people's bodies were pierced. It was not that they did not want to attack, but Lin Xian's power was too brainless. In the next instant, Lin Xian looked at the dumbfounded Chu He through the illusion. Chapter 14:19. Chu He was completely stunned. What did he just see? He only saw Lin Xian use a few seconds, then he didn't know what ability he used. Maybe it was the law of destruction? After all, he knew that Lin Xian had the law of destruction, but he also knew that the law of destruction had a limit. You're just a 10th order heavenly venerable. Your law of destruction would at most have an effect on a 10th order heavenly venerable, but a great virtual realm? It might be possible, but the effect was minimal. Then how did you kill all these people in an instant? On what basis? Could it be that his realm was higher than theirs? How was that possible? As a 10th order heavenly venerable, he knew how difficult it was to reach the great virtual realm from the 10th order heavenly venerable realm. Even a top powerhouse would need a certain amount of time to do so. What made him even more confused was that although these people were dead, the illusion array was still there. Why did Lin Xian keep looking at him? How could this be? Whoosh! In an instant, Lin Xian's figure appeared in front of Chu He. Young Master Chu, long time no see. Come to the amusement park to play. Lin Xian stood in front of Chu He and asked with a smile. Chu He. He could King see him? What was going on? How did he manage to kill all of his men in an instant? There were even great virtual realm 10 stars among his people. However, Chu He could only remain calm. Yes, I came to play. I heard that the largest amusement park opened here. I didn't expect young Master Lin to be here too. What a coincidence. Chu He squeezed out a smile with difficulty. Yes, young Master Chu doesn't have the space attribute, right? Lin Xian asked. Space lock. Lin Xian then used space lock to seal their space. Great virtual realm. It was only now that he realized that Lin Xian had really advanced to the great virtual realm. However, even if he had advanced to the great virtual realm, how the F*CK did he kill a 10th order heavenly venerable realm expert in an instant? What does young Master Lin mean? Chu He squeezed out a smile with difficulty. What do you mean? Lin Xian lowered his head and lit a cigarette. He blew out a smoke ring and said faintly, "Let me ask you. 20 years ago, the Wu family was exterminated. Was it your Chu family that did it?" Chu He's eyes narrowed. Did he come over for the Wu family's matter? He was wondering why this Lin Xian would come to Feng country. Was it really for the Wu family's matter? But why? Wait a minute. Wu Yuhan, could she be the Wu family's? Young Master Lin, what do you mean? The Wu family extermination case is a secret in the entire Wind City. How could I possibly know? Bang! In the next moment, his right arm exploded without any warning, flesh and blood flying everywhere. Ah! His blood-curdling screams were heard. This illusory array could be used as a cover for Lin Xian's crimes. Say it, or you'll be in pain. The corner of Lin Xian's mouth curled up slightly. Still not speaking? Bang! In the next instant, his left arm also exploded. Ah! Chu He was a 10-star heavenly venerable. In front of Lin Xian, a 3-star great void stage, he was nothing. Especially when Lin Xian had the law of destruction. If there was no law, they could try to fight. However, the law of destruction was absolutely brainless and invincible when facing someone of a lower realm. Tell me, the next one to break the laws of nature will be your life. Lin Xian smirked and said, I'll speak. I'll speak. His face was pale. Lin Xian laughed. Speak. 20 years ago. Chu He lowered his head and his eyes narrowed. Whoosh. In the next instant, he charged directly at Lin Xian. Lin Xian could not help but sneer. If it were anyone else, they might really be in danger. However, he had the spatial attribute. Whoosh. In the next instant, Lin Xian disappeared on the spot. The law of destruction was released and Chu He was directly erased. There was no need to ask him. He probably could not say it out loud. He had to admit that he was rather impressed by Chu He. Even in such a situation, Chu He still insisted on perishing together with Lin Xian. It was just that he had met Lin Xian. Now, Lin Xian felt much better. At least there was one less person who wanted to kill him in this world. At the same time, there was also one less person who was not weak. As for the Wu family, Lin Xian still didn't have any news. From what Chu He had shown, Lin Xian really couldn't tell if the Chu family was involved or not. Sigh. Lin Xian sighed. Then, he released the law of destruction and destroyed the surrounding illusion array. Lin Xian. Lin Xian. At the same time, Wu Yuhan and Feng Ling suddenly saw Lin Xian and quickly ran over. At the same time, they also noticed the blood on the ground in front of Lin Xian and frowned. What happened just now? Wu Yuhan asked. The Chu family made a move, Lin Xian said. What? The Chu family? Feng Ling frowned. Yes, they sent out more than 20 people. They were all in the Great Void stage. However, I killed them all. Feng Ling, Wu Yuhan, more than 20 Great Void stage cultivators. How could you say it was so easy to kill them all? This was because Lin Xian did it relatively easily. Mainly, these people did not even have time to release their most powerful laws and domains. Then, Lin Xian destroyed the laws. It was too brainless. If they had released their laws and domains to fight with Lin Xian might have died. Why does the Chu family want to kill you? Feng Ling asked, puzzled. Lin Xian should not have any grudges with the Chu family, right? That means Chu He wants to kill me. Chu He. Feng Ling muttered to herself. Could it be that he cooperated with someone else and after killing you, one of the top 10 in the God Awakening door will be empty? That person can then enter. Duan Ling Xiao? Feng Ling's words made Lin Xian's eyes light up. That's right. It seemed to make sense. Duan Ling Xiao was ranked 11th. If he, Lin Xian, died, Duan Ling Xiao would enter the top 10. It was really possible. If it was just because he liked Fengling and came out to play with Fengling, wouldn't it be a little too extreme? After all, he had not investigated anything clearly. Where's Chu-hee? Fengling asked. Dead. Fengling, you're amazing. The corner of Fengling's mouth twitched. This person was too ruthless. She and Chu-hee only knew each other and could not be considered friends. He wanted to kill Lin Xian and was killed by Lin Xian instead. There was no problem with that. Let's go home. I think there will be more later. Lin Xian said. With Chu-hee dead, how could the Chu family not know why he came out? And with him dead, could the Chu family have a good ending? Of course not. Therefore, they were still waiting for Lin Xian. But what did that matter? Could the Chu family produce a heavenly Dao realm expert? Absolutely impossible. Without a heavenly Dao realm expert, even the Great Void 10-star was nothing. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.